That works. Like we'll figure out guard. Like we have options on the team, right? It's not like it's a total wasteland, but yeah. Anyways, that's kind of where I'm at. I think tonight, obviously, your first pick and every subsequent pick informs how the rest of the board lays out, and I could see them being in a position where they feel confident they don't need to go guard right away. And then we're just going to have 24 hours of PTSD that Lamar's not going to have as well. But it doesn't mean that won't happen. It's just like everybody will know it. Everyone will know day 2 we're trying to get a guard. So it's harder to guarantee it at that point.
I'm scared to death that they ignore this offensive line again. That's my main fear, is that we've seemed to have this philosophy. Look, we got a great center in Tyler Linderbaum. He, of course, is gone now. We got 2 great tackles. Look, man, the Ben Powers, the Patrick McCarrys, these guys that we draft in the mid rounds and develop and put at guard. And we can get by with some. We need to ditch that philosophy, in my opinion. We need to prioritize the guard position. Get somebody, an all-around player who can make way. So simply, I'm more with Sud on this. Like, I want to see a philosophical change from Mr. DeCosta. Now that Harbaugh is gone, it is more of the EDC show. We will get to know how much he values this offensive line, specifically in the guard position. He obviously values tackle. He obviously, has valued center more than most. He drafted one in the first round. But yeah, it's like EDC's on the clock to me, and I'm leaning more towards Sutton, less with Alec on this. Like, get the O-line, get it early, and that way you free yourself up if some stud prospect falls to round 2 or round 3, where you don't have to say, oh, man, we got to take a guard here simply. We got to, bro. Like, we got to take a center because we have to. We don't have anybody. Like, get it addressed early. I would love to see the Ravens do that.
Yeah, I 1,000,000% agree with you. I want us to become kind of unpredictable when we're picking. Like Alec mentioned, we don't get a lineman first round at 45. Let's say there's somebody left and we're at pick 41. Teams are going to want to jump us there because they're going to know the Ravens need line. And that's the last thing I want. I think for me, I see a phrase that says rumors are Vega might be the first offensive lineman get selected. I saw he could go as early as 10, and he probably will last into the late teens. So kind of perfect in our range. But if he's there, you've got to take him. We cannot go another season we saw last year having our quarterback get hurt. And if he gets hurt again, who's to say, he wants to sign an extension here with that $84 million cap hit next year. I am not looking forward to that at all. So yeah, please build that line first and foremost, and everything else will just kind of all let itself work out. But yeah, for me, just line. And if Bane were to fall, I can make a little bit of an excuse for it. But yeah, it has to be line for me. I really hope EDC values this offensive line, because that to me is the reason why games were empty last year, why we lost so many games, why I think there was just so much uproar from the fans. It was an awful product out there, and just our quarterback on his ass, part of my French, all the time, no matter who was there, wasn't a good look. So rebuild that line, rebuild the trenches, build that great wall of Lamar once again.
Guys, it's just Vega is, man, what do you feel like, Sutton? Do you feel like everyone's just assumed that he was going to go in the 20s for so long, and maybe the Ravens, he's heavily mocked to the Ravens at 14. Do you feel like the community is still sleeping on him, and that, the NFL looks at this guy and says, look, not only is he a safe prospect, but they see him like I do, the best guard prospect since 2018 in Quentin Nelson. I think Quentin Nelson was a slightly better prospect. You're talking about, we're not just taking a guard for the sake of taking a guard. This is the potential to be a dominant dude who hasn't given up a sack in 2 seasons. Do you think that we're still, and the community is still underrating him? And he could, like we got the comment in there from Freda that he might be the first lineman selected. He could be a top 10 pick. John Harbaugh could rip our hearts out at pick 10 and get him. What's the odds that we're still underrating this monster?
I couldn't really necessarily speak to the odds, but you bring up something that's kind of been like stewing in my brain all day long. And it's the fact that John and the Giants have the 10th overall pick, and they also simultaneously have a need for right guard. And the prospect of the Giants stealing away Vega Ione before the Ravens can even get on the clock scares me to death. I'll say that. I think that they're probably valuing him in terms of like, are people sleeping on him? I don't think so. I think that, he's kind of like the general consensus best interior O lineman in this draft. And that's why he's projected to go. In some mocks, I even saw him go top 10, so I definitely don't think he's underrated. I think that he just plays interior O line, which for some reason, unbeknownst to me, is not valued as a premium position in this league. I've never understood that because, interior pressure for a quarterback is the absolute worst thing that a quarterback could experience. And this is not per me. I'm not a quarterback aficionado, but this is per Tom Brady, the literal GOAT of NFL quarterbacks. He said that, pressure from the edge is cool because I can step up in the pocket and still make a play. But pressure from the interior is something that I can't really deal with as a quarterback, right? And we've seen even the greats like Lamar Jackson struggle behind an offensive line that did not have good interior protection. So again, I don't think that Vega Yaone is being underrated. I think he's probably right where he needs to be. It's just the fact that, again, like I led this answer off with, John Harbaugh is right there. He loves his Penn State guys. He is a guy who will draft a non-premium position, quote unquote, with a high draft pick. And he knows the Ravens wants them, the team that just fired him. So it's tough, man. I think we're in for a show tonight. It's crazy because I don't even have the draft in front of me. I've been kind of scrambling around. I was waiting for you to come back around to me for my answer so I could toss it back around so I could go turn the draft on. But
you do
that's
your
where I'll
thing.
leave it.
Fernando Mendoza, all smiles, man. The
Of course.
super nerd is the new quarterback of the Las Vegas Raiders. Hey, good player. Of course, I've seen a lot of them. Studied a lot of Omar Cooper Jr., Elijah Surratt, Ronald Hemby, Kalen Blacks, Pat Coogan, a lot of that, and the teams that were facing the Indiana offense. So, no, I didn't scout the quarterbacks. It takes a lot of time. Ravens have Lamar Jackson, so I'm not digging in that deep. But Mendoza should be a pretty good player for the Raiders. We'll see with their new coaching staff and Clint Kubiak how that works out. So the first name is off the beautiful big board. Let's see if we can bring it up. Oh, it says I have to remove Vega to do that. Well, I don't really want to remove Vega, but I will. Okay, there we go. So you can see up at the top there, man, the first player right here off the board in Fernando Mendoza. Quarterbacks are off to the side. Link to the big board should be in the description to the video. Let's see how many people are following. Looks like we have, about 10, 11 people following the big board right now. Usually that number climbs. So I'm looking forward as we get later into this draft. And remember, guys, we also have a positional ranks tab. When we start getting into it, this could be very useful. So instead of seeing everything all jumbled up on the big board, you can see them by position. Look at all the edge rushers right here available with high grades. As usual, wide receivers are stacked. And there are players down there. Interesting to see if there will be any surprises tonight. Trayden Stukes, my safety number 4. People are saying he could sneak into the first round after running a 4.33. Just an excellent amount of surprise, excitement, unpredictability is the word I was looking for with the end of this draft. As predictable as Fernando Mendoza was, the rest of this draft is unpredictable. And let's go to more of a free flow, guys. We know how to work together, so I don't have to keep coming back moderating the action. So go ahead and pick it up, Alec and Alex. I think I'm going to stick to Simply, by the way, because the Alec and Alex, it's going to mess me up.
Yeah, please do. I guess I saw Omar Cooper. You brought him up. I've been seeing him get mocked to the Eagles a lot, with AJ Brown. Now, I don't want to bring personal into this. How much does this Mike Vrabel stuff impact AJ Brown? Because I know he's kind of a done deal going to New England come June 1st. Is it even a guarantee Mike Vrabel is our coach come June 1st with everything coming out? I'm not too sure. And now how does that affect the Eagles drafting? I'm kind of just in a whirlwind about this whole situation now. I've been kind of thinking too much into it.
Think about who the owner is of the Patriots.
True.
Think about how the Patriots win.
True.
I think this is all going to disappear.
Good point.
I'm sorry to laugh at it. It's just I'm that cynical when it comes to men getting away with things.
That's true. That's a really good point.
What kind of stuff do you get away with, Alec? Don't act like you're not a man, bro. Like, what's going on?
Whoa.
What kind of
Whoa.
skeletons you got in your closet over here?
Whoa.
The way you
Yeah.
get away, that's what I heard. The way Alec gets away with things. I don't get away with nothing over here, bro. You
Oh
Simply
my
has met my
gosh.
wife. Simply has met my wife.
She beat
So,
my
yeah,
ass. All right, I'm
yeah,
put
my
it out
wife.
there.
Yeah, she don't play. That's a Dundalk girl, man, bro. I've been married this true Dundalk girl. So yeah, hey, and my guy JT, nerd with the sideburns, 1898, is JT. He was on with me last night. 1898 though, JT. You seem younger than that to me. The 1898 is a long time ago. So yeah, also see my guy Zeke. What is up? What is up? Jamila's in the house. It is great to see everybody come in. So yeah, Omar Cooper Jr. You know, I would say the only reason that I would be surprised if he was the wild card pick at 14 is there is a little bit of redundancy to Zay Flowers there. And I think Zay is going to get signed. I think it's clear. I think he wants to stay here. The relationship with Lamar, I don't think he'll be in the $42 million range like Jackson Smith and Jigba. But Omar Cooper, extremely quick. His yak is excellent. I think his yak in the league could be better than Zay Flowers because he's got that strength and contact balance. And the Jets, man, it is moving faster. The Jets are coming up to make a pick right now. Goodell is at the stage. So we
Yep.
are about to take another name off the big board right here. Bailey or Reese? Who are we thinking? Who are we thinking? We're going to see soon. And it is David Bailey. David Bailey, pass rusher out of Texas Tech. Plethora of moves. Probably the most explosive first step. I know Simply likes Cassius Howe, another very explosive player. But David Bailey, I think this is an interesting discussion because the upside for Arvell Reese, everything that he does in the defense or could be doing in the defense, higher upside than David Bailey. David Bailey is a rush end. He plays hard against the run. He's just not very good at it. Whereas Arvell Reese can be this just force, this instinctual force around the ball all the time. So a lot of people say, well, the Jets are a year away. They're not going to get their quarterback right until next year. Why not take Arvell Reese, who has the higher upside compared to Bailey, who's ready to play and contribute right now, probably at a higher level? The Jets go with David Bailey.
I think the Jets are picking 2 overall because they picked a guy like David Bailey with the second overall pick. I don't know, man. I would have went Reese. Maybe I'll look like a fool. But yeah, I don't know. I agree with you fully. I think Reese was the play. I actually thought about betting it, but I didn't bet that. So I would have lost. So there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
my
just don't
bad.
know with like a team with like my bad, but like just real quick, like a team like the Jets, you never know what their trajectory is. Like you don't know like what pick is going to like turn this franchise around and finally make them good again. I mean, years ago, people thought it was Zach Wilson, and then it was who else? Like I mean, just year after year, it seems like they get a high draft pick to no avail. You know, I don't get it. I don't get it. But maybe I don't know. Hey, David Bailey, 2025 first team AP All-American from Texas Tech football. I mean, maybe, but I don't know. When it comes to the Jets, again, I throw my hands up. Truly,
Yeah, I mean, look at the 2022 first rounder. They had what? Sauce Gardner, Brees Hall, Jermaine Johnson on the first
Yeah.
round.
yeah.
2 out of the 3 gone. I mean, they got first round picks for Sauce, but just never worked out for them.
Feels like they've been cursed our whole lives. Like, I feel like you'd have to be my dad's age to remember, like the Joe Namath Jets. And was that 1 year? I don't even know. Were they like a 1-year wonder? Rex Ryan, maybe he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame for taking the Jets to the championship game. We're
Crazy.
sleeping on Sexy Rexy. So David Bailey off the board now. You can see that the ticker go from pick 3 to pick 5. And also on the Edge group, updated big board. David Bailey in Pittsburgh with the shades on, talking to a reporter. Is that Diana Rossini? No, it is not. She was not invited to the draft. That is someone else. So yeah, yeah, can't help it, man. I mean, it's night 1. We're still in the early stages here. Got to spice it up a little bit.
Man, I covered that earlier on my other channel. The new developments around the Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel scandal. And man, it's getting nasty, isn't it? It's getting real nasty. Alex, you seen that? Those new pictures?
Bro, I was telling Jason beforehand, this has been going on before the Rona. Like, just to put it in perspective, that's how long it's been going on. Think
That's
about
great.
that. Think about that, man. It's crazy.
That's true. Because it does seem like the Rona was like years, like eons ago, right? Like, yeah, they definitely been messing with each other for a while. But I also said, I still don't know how like Rossini's getting like 90% of the smoke. Vrabel's getting like 10% of it, if that, So it's crazy. It's like a morals and ethics thing. Ethically, I think they were both wrong, which means, I think that both of them should be fairly punished. But for some reason, Vrabel is able to just be like, you know what, man? It was a tough day at the office for your boy. Had tough conversations with my fam, coaches, players, and we'll go out and get him next time. Like literally, like he just took a loss on a 1 p.m. Sunday CBS game. You know what I mean? Like, and he'll be back next week. That's what it feels like. So, but Rossini, meanwhile, is unemployed. But I don't know.
And deleting Twitter, apparently.
Yeah.
She deleted her Twitter?
Apparently.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that.
I mean, if I would have deleted my Twitter. Like, she's getting absolutely crucified. And like with Vrabel, like these pictures, I don't know. This doesn't have anything to do with the draft, but my man looks the happiest I've ever seen Mike Vrabel.
Yeah.
Like at a press conference on the sideline. Like he looks at her like, find somebody the way in your life, the way Mike Vrabel looks at Diana Rossini. Like this meant a lot, bro. This meant a lot to him. So he's going to counseling, I think, because he knows that these pictures and these like breadcrumb of tweets just keep coming out. He's like, look, man, I gotta at least like try to do something. I can't give up day 1 and day 2. I'll be there for day 1 and day 2. Day 3 though, man, that's when I need the help. That's what I need to counsel.
Man.
But hey, man, my serious note on this is like, it's hard for women to make it, as reporters. It's like there's a certain standard that you have to meet for most of these ladies. Let's face it, to be a sideline reporter, you have to have a certain look. You know what I mean? So, if I had a daughter, for instance, that was trying to get into journalism, this stuff would really, really bother me because that there are people out there that will use whatever power they have, whether it will be Vrabel or the power Rossini has to get that story in an unethical way. So yeah. I mean, hey, there's a serious part of the discussion. Jokes, we could tell jokes all day. But yeah, is my TV ahead of yours? Because I saw Afia. What is up, Afia? Best smile in the game. That my TV is a second ahead of hers. And I know my TV from when I watch Oriole games and talk to Alec, my TV is usually a little bit ahead. I think it's because I have one of them dumb TVs and not a smart TV. So right now, Roger Goodell is standing at the podium. I don't know if he's doing that on your TV.
I just saw the pic. Mine's like really ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm on Twitter.
All right. So, hey, the first surprise / not surprise of the draft, something that has been building steam for quite some time. The running back in a weak draft up at the top, Jeremiah Love out of Notre Dame, goes to the Cardinals, who already have Tyler Algier. It's kind of weird. Like they signed Tyler Algier, but I guess they figure that Jeremiah Love is just too good to pass up on. A true first round grade from me, guys, because he deserves it. And I stick with my grading system. Of course, the Ravens don't need a running back, but I wasn't just going to slide Jeremiah Love into a different color tier because of that. So, for the tiers, just to go over that, dark green are true first round grades. They would be first round picks in any draft. Good way to check yourself on that. Add the last two drafts together. If that player is still comfortably a first rounder, that's a good guide. True first round grade, all pro potential. Jeremiah Love still has that. In the light green, you get to the players who are projected to go on day 1. So if you notice, guys like Josh Downs, the safeties, Dylan Thieneman, Emmanuel Warren, right here. The safeties are a little lower on my board because I just can't see the Ravens taking a safety when they just paid Kyle Hamilton, drafted Malachi Starks, signed Jalen Hawkins. So I faded the safeties in the first round on my board. Yellow is second round grades, and then the tiers get lower and lower, but you see the players broken down by tiers. Always BPA, when it comes to the tiers, I'm not going to slide anybody down because of the position they play, but it's a Raven-centric big board. So you notice the Maui Noahs, the Vega Ioane, even the Fano up there ahead in that light green area. Jeremiah Love, exciting player though, man. What a talent.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm being this guy, but like it kills me that he's getting drafted by a team that's not ready for a running back. You know what I mean? And like this is a waste, like the best part of his career. Like it should be illegal. Like, I mean, I hope they can turn it around fast for his sake. But geez, like running backs are, such a short lifespan, and now to spend a couple of years on a team that doesn't really have the infrastructure for him, like I don't know.
Yeah, but Alec, like you make a good point there, but like that's just kind of the nature of like, top of their class running backs. No, I mean, like it's like it almost pays more to be like the second or third best running back coming out of your class, because at least then like you have a higher chance of going to a better team in a better situation. So in your first 4 years, which honestly for a running back in the NFL, that is his prime. You're at your cheapest and you're at your most athletic, right? You have the most explosiveness in those years. You want to go somewhere where you can actually make an impact, right? So you go to like a team that's picking in the top 5 that has, a subpar offensive line, a subpar quarterback, skill players around you aren't all that great. The defense might be pretty damn decent, but outside of that, this team isn't competing. It's like, honestly, I feel bad for NFL running backs. Outside of all the money, they're going to make buttloads of money, don't get me wrong, but like most of these guys don't end up winning. I mean, another case, we'll see who was the guy last year, who was the hot name at running back. What's his name again? Genty. Yeah. Had a decent year, kind of came on strong a little bit towards the end of the season, but the Raiders seem like they're going nowhere fast, to be honest with you. I don't, and I know they just picked Fernando Mendoza. I know you still got Brock Bowers over there, things like that, but again, running backs who get picked very high in this league, they really don't tend to be, they don't turn out to be super big impact players. I mean, I'm trying to think of guys who really have like in the past decade, but
I mean, team fit overall is just so important. And the guys like,
yeah,
how many players have gone to the Jets per se and just disappeared? And, I find it hard as an evaluator when some of these guys either get injured, like, the Ravens example would be like a David Ajabo. Like, yeah, it was a busted pick, but we never really got to see what he could do because he was never healthy. And then the injuries piled up. So that's number one, makes it hard to evaluate. And the second thing is when a guy goes to a team that doesn't know how to use them or just a bad team overall. I mean, look at Sam Darnold. We thought he was just terrible player. He goes to Minnesota, looks good, goes to Seattle, wins the Super Bowl. I'm not saying he is a great quarterback, elite quarterback, anything like that, but it just goes to show you guys like what team you're being picked by really affects how people look at you.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I tell you, Alex, I know you've been watching on Twitter and whatnot.
Yeah,
these picks are going, man. They're going.
they are going.
No, dude. Oh no.
I know.
I see a Titans pick is in, but I don't know who it is yet. I'm not on Twitter.
I know exactly who it is.
Yeah, please no spoilers in the chat.
We're not.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
Yeah, in the chat, just try to keep it to yourself, man. Keep it to yourself. Because trying to just keep everybody on the same schedule. But yeah, okay. So may I ask though what pick they're up to? Like I'm kind of curious.
Number 4.
No, well, that's the same, dude. Pick 4 is Goodell is up here announcing. So
I know.
I'm looking at it. Alec, I'm going to kick it to you because you're not a cheater like our other co-host there.
Whoa.
Well,
This is public information.
Is the Tennessee Titan. Okay, public information. Arvell Reese, I guess he's got to go, right? Titans spent a lot on defense, so I don't know. Maybe they go the best offensive player.
They sure do.
And they sure did with Carnell Tate. Big Carnell out of Ohio State. Love this player. An all-around receiver. Simply Sutton. I think you guys know Carnell Tate, Ohio State receiver, which obviously, you don't want to put too much emphasis on the helmet, but it's impossible to deny that these guys come out, pro ready.
It's a
just a
factory.
Yeah, it's a factory, man. They're well coached. Carnell Tate can run the entire route tree at 6'2", very smooth in his movements, and a player that I was very fond of. Didn't take me long to take a liking to Carnell Tate.
Yeah, man. I have a question. Do you think that this was for the Titans? Because like I didn't really see anybody really mocking Carnell Tate to the Titans, but since Jeremiah Love just went in, just went off the board a pick before them, do you think this was a little bit of like a frustration pick at all? Like, you know what? Like the guy we loved, he just went off right before us. We're going to take the next best skill player, full stop. We're going to take him. Because again, like I said, most people did not mock Carnell Tate to the Titans.
I would say that with the last 2 days, all we've heard was, hey, the Titans might take Jeremiah Love. I think the Titans were prepared for this to happen.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say, would you say a panic pick or desperate? What was the word?
Yeah, like a panic pick because the Cardinals picked Jeremiah Love.
You can panic in like day 2, day 3 when you got to pick out 4 guys on your board. Like, come on.
No, but when you have the fourth overall, fourth overall pick, like bullets are flying, dude. Bullets are flying right now, and like guys who were on the board, who you expect to be on the board, are not on the board. Guys who you didn't expect to be on the board by the time you pick, they are on the board. So like they're probably going crazy. That's why they call it a war room. You know what I mean? There's a lot of mistakes that are made in there.
I can't even imagine. Like I'm over here being like, I got 14 people listed for the Ravens. And then, but realistically more, right? Because we might trade back. Like, I just like, I can't imagine not playing that scenario out beforehand. Like, I don't know. They're professionals, right? Like,
they are professionals, but they're also humans who definitely have their own prerogatives. And I'm sure they had of course, these guys, yes, they're professionals, but like they have guys that they love, that they just adore, and they just know is going to be there when they're picking. Of course, they always plan for, contingencies and all that. But at the same time, like I just think that, again, because the Titans, they had more needs than just wide receiver, right? I couldn't really speak to all of their needs off the top of my head. What other needs did they have?
Yeah, I mean, they spent a ton of money on defense. And so that's what it kind of like when I saw some of these mock drafts where Jeremiah Love started to get taken by the Cardinals at 3. Surprisingly, people were going O-line, for the Titans. And you saw Carnell Tate's name too, but it was like, hey, we need an offensive pick. This is one of those situations, in my opinion, where it's not necessarily BPA. They just took a side of the ball. It was like BPA on offense, not BPA overall, because, Arvell Reese should not be sitting there. And now John Harbaugh has pick 5 for the Giants with the top player on my board still available and the top player on Dane Brugler's board still available. That's Arvell Reese, that monster. But Carnell Tate, great player, runs his routes with purpose. He knows what he's doing. He gets the DBs on their toes. Unbelievable. 86% win rate on contested catches. Let that sink in. 86% of his contested catches, he catches them. So you talk about at 6'2", he even plays bigger than that. His play speed to me is faster than 4.53. Pro route runner, sells his routes, body control, toe drag, sideline awareness are all at or near the top of this class. Like, he is a flawless type player, an extremely safe player. Some people see him like a Terry McLaurin. Some people see him more as like a wide receiver 2. I don't know. All I know is you're getting a really good player and a nice weapon for a young quarterback. Last year's number 1 overall pick, and for Carnell Tate.
Me and Sutton have this thing going on right now. We have this thing going on. There has been a trade. The Chiefs are on the clock at number 6. The Browns are going to number 9.
Okay, that was kind of expected. The Chiefs were always looking to move up. The Browns were always looking to move back.
Are the Giants picking Reese? Because if not, he's going to the Chiefs. Like, what's going on?
This is going down.
Does Reese have medicals? Like, what is going on? Has he also seen Diane today? Like, what is happening?
Come on now.
Alec. See, I told you, he's the one with skeletons. It's always the giggly. It's always the giggly, goofy, happy, unassuming guy. Oh, we never saw this coming. Look at his face, dude. You know it. Look at his face. He's the worst one, man. Yeah, people accuse me of getting inappropriate over here. Nah, that's my guy Alec. But Yeah, so the Chiefs are moving up from 9 to 6. The Browns move back. The Browns supposedly want an O lineman. They feel like they can get their O lineman at 6. Of course, the Browns have other needs, trying to build around maybe Shador Sanders, or maybe they are picking a quarterback next year, kind of tanking. Yeah, the Chiefs could be moving up for Jordan Tyson here, knowing that the Saints would be in play, other teams behind them would be in play. Be like, look, Harbaugh's taking Reese, and we're gonna not let Jordan Tyson, that monster route runner, get past us. And that would be scary news for the Ravens, guys. Like, Tyson's tape is just freaking ridiculous, man.
It is. It's nasty.
It's the acrobatics for me. Like, I just think that a receiver like that, it's gonna pain me to say that, like, if Vega and Tyson are available at 14, I'd still prefer Vega, because, like, I know Tyson's gonna go somewhere and he's gonna be top 7 in this league, wide receiver. Like, I'm looking at, like, if he can stay healthy, a Drake London, CeeDee Lamb type wide receiver. Like, I think he can be like that type of caliber guy, and it'll suck to know that the Ravens had to pass up on him again if he does fall to 14. But Ravens, we got to eat our fruits and veggies right now. It's time to do what's right. Invest in that O-line. I'll stick by it.
So, Alec, what do you think about the injuries for Jordan Tyson? Now, he finally showed up and had a pro day. What was it, Alec? Like a few days ago? And of course, showed out and looked great. But, like, you talking about, he tore his knee up in 22. Okay, stuff happens. Broken collarbone in 21. All right, that's a contact type injury. That's kind of fluky. But both hamstrings were injured this year. And, I mean, the college season ends, for most teams in November. And Jordan Tyson wasn't able to run and participate and work out till like 4 or 5 months later. Lingering hamstring issues. Like, I get Will Fuller type scared when it comes to Jordan Tyson, or a Rashad Bateman type situation where he's just never healthy, even though to me he has the best tape of any wide receiver in the class, even better than Carnell Tate's.
Agreed. Yeah, I mean, Tate was my wide receiver 1, or no, sorry, Tyson's my wide receiver 1. If he fell to 14, I'd be intrigued, right? I think, like, it's just such a special talent, and that would be the pick. That's one of those kinds of picks where you're taking advantage of having a high pick. Whereas when you're selecting an all-pro guard, frankly, you probably could get an all-pro guard in 20 in a lot of other drafts, 25. So it's just one of those things where, like, it'd be kind of exciting if they had, good enough word on the medicals. They felt confident about it. I could get really excited about a pick like Tyson. But it's scary as heck. And it seems like he's flying up board, so I don't think it's going to be an issue that we have to really think about. But kind of like to Sun's point, I feel like if Tyson was on the board and I was surprised by it, that would be what makes the war room go crazy in my head, because I'm just like, oh, I was hoping this, like, would not be my problem,
Right.
like the opposite. Like, I'm okay when things go. Okay, there's our worries. I'm cool when things go. And I'm like, okay, they're off the board. I can, like, go to the next guy. But when there's a guy there that I didn't expect to still be there, that, like, I wanted to not pick, I want someone else to take that problem for me. That's what scares me more.
Good point.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens to me in fantasy football. Like, there's certain players I just
That's
don't
true.
like. And then, like, they keep falling. Like, for instance, I think Najee Harris is not a good running back, but he fell like the 7th round or something ridiculous one time, and I took him, and he still sucked. It wasn't worth it. But I was like, I felt like the value was undeniable.
That's how I feel with Kyle Pitts. Like, somehow, some way, he's just staring at me at my face in, like, round 6. I'm like, I need a tight end. Why not? And he just falls in my lap every time.
So something else to think about now with Arvell Reese on the Giants. Kayvon Thibodeau could be trade bait. You have Abdul Carter, you got Thibodeau, you got Brian Burns, you got Arvell Reese, who the Giants just could not pass on. Probably the number 1 player on their board, sticking to it. So Kayvon Thibodeau just seems like he would be trade bait and will get traded in this draft. Seems like almost a safe assumption at this point.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, I think that's definitely a possibility. I imagine they already have teams that they've talked to. it kind of kills me to have Reese just fall into Harbaugh's lap. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like, and then if he takes Vega, I might have to rage quit off the stream. I might disappear for a few minutes. Like,
I hope not. I feel like Tyson is going to be their pick at 10. I saw they were like
okay.
gushing over him.
Well, the Chiefs might pick him here. I don't know, because the trade up by the Chiefs here, I think, is really, really interesting. Like, if we're looking at the big board right now, like, I mean, I don't think they're looking for a tackle, but maybe they are. Would they go Downs? I mean,
True.
that'd be a bit of a surprise. Maybe Delane, because they just got rid of what was it, McDuffie?
McDuffie, and I think they lost
Yes,
both of their corners actually.
So maybe
They
this
need
is
help
Delane.
defense.
And our guy Khalil. Thanks for checking in, man. It's great seeing you. Yeah, he's predicting Mansour Delane right here.
Yeah,
I almost think that they could get Delane at 9 though. Like, why trade up to 6?
Yeah.
Maybe the Saints will take him. Maybe they're afraid that the Saints will take the hometown kid.
I think the Saints need more help.
I think frankly, like, I can just buy the fact that they're so happy they're up here, you know, like they never pick this high ever. They're usually in the 30s, and they were just like, let's like go up the board, get our guy, and it'll be worth it. I can see it.
Like, think about when the Ravens are that high. When we were that high, we took Ronnie Stanley. You know, Hamilton at 14. So.
All right, nice.
So it is him.
Yeah.
So John Harbaugh, let's talk about it for a second. 2 picks in the top 10, traded Dexter Lawrence. I don't know, some of the comments that I've gotten from Harbaugh this offseason and some of the stuff that's come out, I'm like, usually I'm a pretty honorable person. And I'm like, man, best of luck, Harbaugh. Thanks for everything. But I'm kind of feeling a little petty. Like, I kind of want him to like wash out and fall on his
me
face.
too.
Man.
Like, that's what's killing me, that he got Reese. Like, he's gonna Ray Lewis, Lamar Jackson his ass to another successful season. Like, we can't have this happen. You can't keep getting away with this.
I mean, if it weren't for their division, I still think that the Eagles and the Cowboys are going to have a lot of something to say to the Giants. I think that the Giants maybe split with one of those opponents and get swept by another one of them. I do. I just don't think that it's the Giants' times just yet, not yet. We'll see.
Sonny Styles, by the way, excellent player. Yeah, he's still on the board.
Yeah,
I'm hate watching the Giants this year. With I'll say it right now. I hope they go 0-17. Yeah, I'm not.
0-17.
First off, I had Cam Scatterbo making fun of me for having asthma. That just sticks with me in the heart.
Wait, what?
John Harbaugh over there. So no, thank you. Big Giants hater right now.
You got beef with Scatterbo? What happened there?
He said like asthma wasn't real, and then somebody with asthma, I'm like, hold up,
my goodness.
I got my inhaler right in my pocket right now. Come on now. So
look, if we pass on Vega Ioane, you might need it. Simply might need that inhaler.
Come on.
So the leaking was right. Khalil, Mansour Delane. Now I had him all the way down at number 11 because I just didn't see cornerback being a great option for the Ravens at pick 14. Like, we have cornerbacks. It's probably our deepest position right now, despite what you may think about Marlon Humphrey or Cheeto Awuzie or Nate Wiggins or TJ Tampa. Other veteran corners available. Balil Kone still on the roster. So we have corners. Like, I've faded Delane just a little bit just because, we have other pressing needs. But great corner, balanced cornerback is Delane. Can play press coverage, can play man coverage, can play zone coverage. So the Chiefs, I believe they lost Jalen Watson too, out of their cornerback room, and they lost Trent McDuffie. So Delane is a nice player for them to help fix that problem.
Is this not like even just a little bit of a reach if you're the Chiefs, like to move up to 6 to get Delane? You know what I mean? Because the Chiefs had, what pick did the Chiefs have? They had 9, right?
9.
Yeah, They had to
They
be
didn't-
afraid that the Saints were going to take the hometown kid. LSU, Louisiana Saints need a corner.
Yeah, Saints need a lot. They need a lot though. I don't know if I'd have.
I feel like the Chiefs need a lot on defense. Their defense doesn't really scare me right now.
It's not Karloftis for sure. I would
4
say
years,
if
88.
anywhere, I'm about to say if anywhere you go edge rusher. I was thinking.
Yeah, they must not have been high on Bain. Chiefs might be one of these like measurables teams where, look, the analytics guys like, hey guys, I know all you coaches love Ruben Bain, but there's literally never been a successful edge rusher with his arm length. Just to let you know, you guys pay me to run the numbers. I've run the numbers. The number of successful edge rushers with Ruben Bain's length is 0. So that's like a fascinating battle because you know the coaches, bro. You know how coaches are. You know how fans are. It's like, I don't care about his arms. I just want that beast on the field. He led the NCAA in pressures. Then your numbers guy and your analytics guy are there to balance things out. So that's got to be a true battle in the war rooms there with Ruben Bain. Twiz, what's up, Twiz?
Saints
Lots of
man.
Commanders fans I know. They're looking for Downs here, maybe Styles. I think they again, I was just telling them they lucked out, you know, because a lot of people like mocked Love going here. I was like, you lucked out having the non-primo guy go early. You can now can focus on. I mean, frankly, safety and linebacker are not primo, but those players are special, and and I think they can turn around a unit faster than a running back can turn around an offense. So,
What are you saying now, Alec? What team?
oh, Commanders, because the pick is in,
Oh, okay.
and like you know, we know a lot of Commanders people being in the Maryland area.
Yeah, I don't really care about them. No offense, Cordell Woodland. Love you and your work, but Baltimore is not the DMV. I'm a Baltimore kid, so apologize to any users who are DMV Ravens fans. But yeah, the Commanders were on my TV. They weren't named the Commanders. Were on my TV constantly, and they still are. They still come on TV anytime the Ravens aren't on. It's like I get sick of them. So
Really?
yeah, they're the little sister down the street. They're the
But, like-
Patapsco to my Dundalk High School. They're the
True.
you know,
It was
if-
fun though in 23 when they were good. Like when they were pushing, like that game at the bank was
Yeah.
so much fun with all the Commander fans there. That was like one of my favorite games. Like it was just a good, like it's like a family reunion, except like a little bit of competition. And we won.
Okay.
Plus, like they're not in our conference, so it's like there's no need to even really beef with them.
So I guess mine comes from being 49 years old, and I went from
63.
die-hard Baltimore Colts fan. I would live and die for this team, Baltimore Colts for life. And then our team moves out, and they just slip on the burgundy and gold and be like, "Yeah, Redskins." Like there was, you know what I mean? It was just like, bro, what happened? There was no bitterness. So I think that goes back to like I'm showing my age there with that one. It's just like you don't like if your high school burns down, you don't just start standing the high school down the
True.
street. Like you don't care about those guys are in your neighborhood, but they go to the wrong school, bro. Like
So
that's
if
where
if we never got the Ravens, who are you a fan of?
none. I was just an NFL fan.
Really?
As a matter of fact, I kind of like the Giants back in the 80s after they left. Lawrence Taylor, Carl Banks, Mark Bavaro, Phil Simms, all those players. And you got to see them beat up on the Redskins on Sundays. So yeah, I liked the Giants. I was a big Giants enthusiast.
You know who
Also-
I was a fan of if it wasn't the
so-
Ravens.
Sonny Styles goes to the Washington Commanders. But yeah, I was more of a fan of football, simply. I wasn't like a standing a team. I just loved the game. So how far does Bain fall because of this arm length issue? We're already at pick 8. I believe the Saints are coming up on the clock here. And then the Browns. So no offensive linemen have been taken so far.
Good.
Maui Noah, Ioane, Fano are all still there. Good news for the Ravens if they're looking for an offensive lineman. Ruben Bain, who's got the thoughts? Who's got the thoughts? How far does he go? Because I saw him like being mocked to Kansas City in a lot of these drafts. Will he fall?
Ooh, this is
Is it-
tough. Oh, go ahead, Alex.
So I'm pulling. So we have Browns, Giants, Dolphins, Cowboys, Rams, Dallas. I feel like maybe that's
maybe Dallas.
I don't think the
maybe
Browns.
Browns.
I don't think the Browns.
Miles Garrett replacement. Anybody?
I mean,
Trade him away. They just made it easier to do that, right? Maybe I don't know. It's possible.
I'm thinking Dallas.
Either way, he's not making it to us. I know that.
I mean, that's kind of the crux of my question.
Yeah, he's not making
No?
it to us.
Yeah,
No.
no. I don't think Les Snead would let him get by that 13 pick. I think the Rams would take him if he was there.
Updating the ticker here at the bottom.
I'm sorry, I got spoiled by Garnett, who the Saints pick. So I'll stay quiet about all this.
Yeah, yeah, please.
Yeah, I told him to go fish or shoot something instead. He was saying that's what he was going to do. He said that's what he was going to do instead of watch the draft this year because it's a weak class, and now all he's doing is leaking things.
Ain't that how it goes? That's how it goes, man. Oh man. All right.
My thing is the Saints just have like a lot of needs. Like I know they took 2, but I'm just.
I will say, guys, like the first round is not going as expected in like
No.
in my head canon. Maybe I'm just too Jason Huddle It Up Films pilled, and frankly, like between him and Brugler, you know, like I was expecting different things. Like we're just not.
What's the most surprising, Alec? Like with
I mean, I think
I mean, it's pretty chalk if you look at it. It's not. It's just, I guess, the teams that took those players.
I guess you know, one more pick needs to happen for me to fully articulate this. But I guess like
Oh,
I definitely think the running back went earlier than expected of the early teams. Like I thought he would go top 10. But I thought maybe a team that was more prepared to take on a running back would be the one to do it. Like for instance, the Commanders, I think would be more prepared to take on a running back at this point.
Mhm.
Even though like I don't know if that'd be the best pick for their franchise, but I think they were more prepared for it. And I also just was like stunned by the Reese minor fall.
yeah.
Like it just it was like, okay, they didn't do it at second overall. Surely he'll go third. And then he didn't. And then it was like, surely he'll go fourth, and then he didn't. And it was I think that was like a Kyle Hamilton at 14 situation for long lost Harbaugh over there. I'm sure he was just like, I can't believe this, you know. But like in a more shocking way, because it's an edge rusher who can like go 101, right? It's not like a safety where it's a little less surprising that they fell because teams don't value it. Yeah. Anyways, that's the surprises for me, and like I said, the Saints pick will be one that, you know, is a little surprising.
Oh man.
Don't worry, Arvell Reese will get dropped into coverage in New York, so we're good.
That's right. He's gonna be a
We're
Sam
good. We're-
linebacker. He's gonna
we're
drop
good.
back 50% of the time.
We're-
He's gonna play exclusively on rundowns.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Not our problem anymore.
They'll totally
Oh,
take
man.
him out of position. Listen, guys, I fear that what I alluded to earlier in this stream may come true. And much like Alex said, we'll have to wait a couple more seconds here for this next pick to be announced. But I don't know, man. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. I'll just say that. I'll just say
All right.
that.
Well, hey,
Oh,
dude,
the suspense
I
is
got-
killing me, Jason.
Well, I mean, I got to admit, you guys are crushing me over here. Like, this is killing the vibes, killing the conversation for me. It's like,
Man,
I'm
wish-
doing the stream with people who got information that I don't. So it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Kind
I-
of sucks for me right now, to be honest with you guys.
listen, dude. We do this every single year. I'm not gonna lie. It's hard to hold back my thoughts right now. And again, this will make for like good content on the watch back. Trust me, Jason. It'll be worth it. Because
Right.
people will know like what we're kind of alluding to here. But man, this is crazy. I agree with Alec. This thing is not going how we thought it was gonna go at all. And I think the biggest thing outside of the next pick, I think the biggest thing so far was that that Chiefs and Browns trade. I did not see that coming. I didn't see that
Mhm.
coming at all.
Yeah, there was talks that the Chiefs were going to trade up, but I didn't think it was going to be for Delane at all.
For Delane, yeah.
I was expecting the edge rusher, like you alluded to. Like Karlaftis got paid all that money, really hasn't produced. Like with Reese falling, maybe them taking Bain, but I was not expecting that pick at all at number 6. I saw he was getting mocked to the Ravens at a point. Delane was. We visited him, and I know he's a possible landing spot from Baltimore, but that caught me off guard, big
Mhm.
time.
Wait, really quick. What channel are you guys watching the draft stream on?
I'm on ABC.
ABC. Okay. Do they stream anywhere? Is ABC partnered with like a streaming platform?
Yeah, I would love to know what's going on, so I can be
Yeah, ABC is the ESPN.
Oh, it's either with ESPN. Okay. Yeah, I don't pay for ESPN exclusively.
Yeah, I mean, I'm literally just watching on an antenna. Like this is nothing. This is the most analog way to watch it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I'm watching on what is this? The NFL Network, the Draft Center, whatever.
I'm gonna pull up a stream of the draft so I know where we're at. Let me pull it up.
Okay. Okay.
All right, cool. I think I have it up. Did they? I hope they booed Goodell like always. I hope they did.
Yeah, I don't have my volume up. I wouldn't know, but I'm sure they did in good tradition.
While you have some downtime, do you see what what Art Rooney asked for from the NFL with like the moving the fans?
No. Oh yeah. He asked to move the Steelers fans in front of the Ravens fans, right?
Yeah. I'm like, okay, I get it, but like, come on.
I know it's all in good fun. If it was in Baltimore, I would want Bishotti to do the same thing, honestly, and I would love it. So again, it's a heated rivalry. I saw who was it? Morgan Adsit, the Ravens reporter lady or whatever she is. She's part of the media team. She was in Pittsburgh for the draft, and she asked like a bunch of Steelers fans like say one nice thing about the Ravens, and like 95% of them could not say one nice thing. Yeah, like that one or two guys who's like, oh, Lamar Jackson, he's the real deal, whatever. But outside of that, it was just like all hate, and it's just like I love it. Best rivalry in sports. We talked about that on our channel a couple weeks ago, Alex. Like best rivalry in sports, still to this day.
Cool.
Yeah, I think that'd be true. I don't follow other sports close enough to know for sure, but that feels right to me. At least in the NFL.
Yeah, definitely in the NFL.
And I think
sure.
like NFL is positioned to have rivalries unlike other sports because you just don't play teams as much. And the density of games are so much smaller. Like every game matters. Like the classic Ravens brain when you think about the Orioles is like if the Orioles have one bad game, it's like one bad inning. You know, if they have 10 bad games, it's like one bad game for the Ravens. It's just like it's completely different mindset.
So Jordan Tyson to the Saints.
Whoo!
What you guys think?
Like you said, Alex, before you said it, you said if the Giants were available to pick Tyson at 10, they would do it. He's no longer there. So who do they pick?
Who getting shot tonight? Who getting shot? Who getting shot tonight?
I'm feeling. Yeah. I feel like it's us. That's what's gonna happen here.
I like it a lot. Here's my thing. Olave is like just one more concussion away from it being done. Like you gotta put somebody around Shuck. He showed me enough. I like that pick for the Saints. I like it.
Shuck did come on strong at the end of the year last year. I forgot about that.
Yeah, he had Josina heated, didn't he? Yeah, Josina pretty heated. Between Shuck and Dart, she had her hands full, bro.
I forgot about that last year.
But
I'm afraid
Shador
I'm
got
not
the Pro Bowl.
familiar.
Shador got the Pro Bowl. So she
Yeah.
won that one.
She was like heavy on, like she was upset that Shador was falling, and then was kind of like throwing shots at the guys that went before him.
Oh, okay.
And she was throwing out tweets like, "This interception wasn't his fault. This terrible play he just made wasn't his fault." So they were kind of accusing her of some of the stuff we were talking about earlier, except not with Vrabel, but with Dion. That was pretty.
Oh, bro,
it got
Jordan
pretty crazy.
Tyson. You guys see this? He's like crying and stuff. Like you can't even like make it out of the tunnel for real.
Maybe his
Oh
hamstrings
man,
still
he's
hurt.
like spitting
Oh my
and
God,
stuff. He's
come on.
drooling.
Jason, come on.
Jason,
Maybe his hamstring's still bothering him, dude. Maybe that's why he's
Oh damn.
crying.
Oh
Yeah.
man, he was kneeling like something that popped, honestly. But he's just emotional, man.
So
Dang.
quick,
For him.
like Jordan Tyson, man. You know, you're just looking at a Justin Jefferson type guy. Like, okay, so how about like Justin Jefferson with even like more hops at the catch point, like Devontae Adams, but not as crafty. You know, Devontae Adams' craftiness is like another level. Bateman squared, like a Jordan Tyson, a lot like Bateman with the injury history, but same style of X receiver. His film, simply stated, his film and skill set are that of the best wide receiver in the class. Like if he was clean, he would have went to instead of Tate for sure. That explosive of a player, tough to man him up in coverage. Pro set of releases at the line of scrimmage, shifty, sudden at the top of his routes, able to finish above the rim, complete receiver. And then you see the injuries that he suffered, but I mean that reads a lot like Justin Jefferson, doesn't it, guys?
Yeah, definitely. The way that he moves, like the way he can get in and out of his breaks, like the routes that he runs, the way he sells his routes to the inside, then boom, he's on the outside, or vice versa, man. I mean, this dude is special. He's special.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, guys, like he's gonna go somewhere, and like 2-3 years from now, I'm gonna like be sitting somewhere watching on Thanksgiving Day the Lions versus the Saints, where Jordan Tyson is cooking the Lions, right? I'm gonna be like, damn, we should have traded up to get that guy or whatever. But like, I just know this guy's gonna be special, man. Honestly, even just by the way that like he's coming out and just so emotional right now, you can tell he's been through a lot, like a ton.
lot.
And, you know, like you mentioned, what was it, an ACL? What
He
were the
tore
other
every
injuries
he
had?
tore every
Everything.
he tore every CL in his knee in 20.
Yeah, all the CLs.
Wow.
He tore all the CLs, and like now he's finally here on the big stage, getting picked top 10 overall. Still, that's a crazy emotional moment. Sorry if you guys can hear my dog in the background.
It's all right. Spencer Fano to the Browns. And you know what, guys? This makes me a little bit happy. I have been a low-key Spencer Fano hater, kind of. Because I'm not sure where he's going to play at the NFL level. And a lot of people look at that versatility as a plus. And versatility is a plus. Let's face it, guys. The more you can do. But for your 14th overall pick, you know, I've stood strong on this. So I'm going to kick it to you on this. Like, versatility is not why you get drafted at 14. You get drafted at 14 because you are a stud, not because you can do it. So that last line for me, what's his best position? Where can he be dominant? That's my question. That's what scared me about the Ravens taking him at 14. You don't want to draft somebody off the strength of versatility, in my opinion. So his tape is great, All-American, played a little bit of left tackle, but you know what? Caleb Lomu showed up and they were like, Fano, why don't you go to right tackle? We got this other guy. Easy mover, quick feet, efficient, clear outside zone fit. He'd fit with Ledford. He is a Cleveland Brown. Interested to see if because they remade their offensive line. Don't have it in front of me, but interested to see if they give Fano a chance at left tackle. And if they do, Trey Hendrickson is going to run through that man's chest. I'm just telling you right now, like that's his weakness. Fano's weakness is handling the power rush.
Yeah, and I'm just looking at the footage of him in his house now as he hears his selection. This is beautiful, man. I always love when like the guys stay home and like they're around their family and stuff like that, and they're in their beautiful homes. Like I love that. I love that.
So
Some
do I.
people hate it. Some people are like, oh, you got to be at the draft. You got to shake Goodell's hand. And nah, bro. I
So
don't. Yeah. Go
we
ahead.
have a trade. We have another trade.
Okay.
The Cowboys trade to 11.
Okay.
Ooh, they want
Man.
somebody.
Could this
Now
be
you
Bain?
remember the Cowboys stole Zach Martin from us. They traded up ahead of us to draft the guard Zach Martin, however many years ago. So if that happens, it'll be a little bit of deja vu for the old Ravens fans in the chat.
That would be
and here
nuts.
on stage.
I'm over here thinking it might be Bane because the Miami connection. Although like Miami would be obviously willing to get rid of Bane in this situation, like because they're one trading the pick, they have the cards. But yeah, I thought 11 might be like a I don't know, speed bump, so to speak, in Bane's fall, where it felt like it'd be an easy kind of pick for them to do. They're like, uniquely positioned to pick whoever they want because they have holes everywhere, and like they stripped this thing down to the studs. So I definitely think they were going to go BPA. And I mean, look at Bane; he's on an island. Only true first round grade left. Looking though a little bit more critically at your board, I'm scared. Right, like we got 4 picks, or I guess 3 more humans need to be selected.
Right.
And like I see 2 humans I want like explicitly at this pick.
I mean, hey,
maybe 3. So like
We-
there's a chance that it's a perfectly efficient thing, and then there's no one I want.
it's true. It's true. Like Eric DaCosta said 14 is a sweet spot for us. And I do think there was some truth in that, but I mean the reality of it is it's not a top draft. Now we're 4 picks away. And Bane had been linked to the Ravens as look, he might drop because of his arm length. He could be sneaky available. So Bane is there. Ioane, the most mocked man to the Ravens, and Kenyon Sadiq, another highly mocked player for the Ravens. I think if you asked Ravens fans, of course, everybody's opinions are different, but if you would have came out of this first round with either Bane, Ioane, or Sadiq, most Ravens fans will be like between pumped and cool. You know what I mean? Like I kind of expected that. If those 3 players go 11, 12, and 13, now all of a sudden it's a brave new world for the Baltimore
I would crash
Ravens.
out. I would crash out because it'd be perfectly efficient. Like, like surely there'd be one bad pick, right? And by that I mean Downs. Frankly, like all we needed is Downs to go before us, and I felt confident that we would get a player we wanted. And that's like that's the part that I guess like I'd be crashing out on this scenario. If like these 3 guys go and it's perfectly efficient, then I'd be frantically looking for that person who wants to draft Downs and trying to trade back. I'll take anything. You want to give me a 7th in 3 years? Done. No, not actually, but
Man.
yeah, dude, it'd be
You guys,
crash out
you guys,
moment.
you guys remember I've been talking about this guy for a while. EDC, his
I feel like
quest,
he would be back for him though.
his quest for a X receiver. They don't grow on trees. Remember the quote. People started retweeting my old quote as soon as Pickens signed his franchise tag and can be traded now. But this is your X receiver. This is your X receiver. If you want one, you're like, look, we kind of got screwed. All the stuff Alec was talking about. All we needed was Downs to go, and we would have been a perfect spot. Downs didn't go. All our guys are gone. If your board is gone and they're in an Ed Reed scenario, you guys remember all 25 guys in order got picked, their top 25, and they picked 26, and they picked Ed Reed was the 26th guy. The only reason Ed Reed was ever a Ravens is because their board was dried up completely, and they couldn't trade back. Top 25 off the board, bro. You know how hard that is, dude. Like,
I didn't know that story. That's crazy.
yeah, man. So, like that, Denzel Boston to me would be that wild card. Look, we can't trade back. Nobody wants this damn pick no more. All the good players are gone. Go get your X receiver. That's the wild card for me. They said, I think I said it to you earlier, simply like Omar Cooper, great player. Yeah, I think you can have a better grade on Cooper than Boston. But to me, Boston as the X receiver is like the better complement to Zay Flowers.
Surely somebody's going to go that is not one of those three guys. It's going to be fine.
Man.
Hey, no spoilers in the comments, please. No spoilers in the comments.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
But yeah,
I'm
I
sorry.
think, I mean, another guy, I'm just surprised that the run on tackles hasn't started yet. I feel like it's coming in the air tonight. Like, but the thing is, we could be the beginner. Like in that perfectly efficient world, we could be the beginner of the tackle trading up situation, where teams, want to go get their tackle and, value it over waiting for it to fall to them or whatever. Cause like, that's another, I think there's like two things that are going to be interesting in this draft and they'll impact, 45, frankly, right? Is how many tackles go before us, because we're not really in a tackle interest, and that will help push people up our board. And then how many of these wide receivers go in the first round, which will influence if we want to go wide receiver in 45. I think like wide receivers really in the cards for 45. Unless, of course they go Boston, right? But I do find it funny, by the way, Jason, that you've been a Boston stan for the last few weeks and he's still not ahead of Lemon on your board. I feel like that's not truthful. Can you explain that to us?
Yeah, but Lemon's just a better ball player, more versatile, high volume guy. I mean, with Lemon, he's such a good player, so tough. I don't think that, the reason I put Boston higher or keep mentioning them is because DaCosta keeps mentioning or has kept mentioning that quest for the X receiver. But Lemon to me is just simply a better player. Tough, over the middle, catches everything. Best hands in the draft, great route runner. I don't mind having two high volume guys, in this draft. I kind of preferred a big body receiver, but when you're picking up that high, I went BPA. Like stylistically, I think Lemon is a better receiver than Denzel Boston. I'm sure people disagree with me, but Mekhi Lemon is a hell of a player. Even if he is maybe a little redundant to Zay. I think you can have a Z, you can have a slot on the field at the same time with Bateman or Tez Walker at X, and you got a dangerous set of weapons.
So one of your questions has been answered, Jason. Monken said Fano will be playing left tackle.
There you go. Welcome. I can't wait for the matchup against Trey Hendrickson. Cannot wait. Like that is a bad matchup for him. Myles Garrett is a bad matchup for him.
We're safe.
All right.
Marked safe. Life's good. All right. Proceed.
All right. Caleb Downs. Pick 11. Caleb Downs goes to the Cowboys. So, as it sits right now, the Ravens will have one of these players on the board. Vega, Ioane, Ruben Bain, Kenyon Sadiq. Like, if I'm the Ravens now, I kind of feel good about where we are. You can get one of those players. I'll be happy if it was one of those players. I don't know about you guys. I feel like there's different varieties for me. Obviously, Ioane is the best fit for the Ravens, the best need. Ruben Bain, to me, was a true first-round grade. I go with the tape over the arm length on that. And then Kenyon Sadiq would just fit the Ravens' profile and EDC's MO of athleticism above all. Kyle Hamilton, by the way, the least athletic first-round pick EDC has taken. Think about it. Hollywood Brown, athletic as hell for a wide receiver. Patrick Queen, athletic as hell for a linebacker. Bateman, Oweh, a freak. Linderbaum, one of the most athletic centers in the game. And Kyle Hamilton. Then you got Zay Flowers. Then you got Nate Wiggins and Malachi Stark. So he, EDC has shown in the first round, he prioritizes those athletes, people who are athletic at their position, which kind of is where Sadiq kind of makes sense for the Ravens.
Do you think the Cowboys called and they wanted to do this trade with the Dolphins? And they said, if you pinky promise not to pick Bain, we'll do it.
Pinky promise.
Which is silly because you wouldn't have to make the trade at that point. But anyways, keen to see what happens here.
Me and Son have talked about it. I just don't see the point of drafting a tight end first round. Like, we're so good at drafting and developing them. We've like
I agree with you fully, by the way.
Yeah.
I while I'm like excited that like there's a three-way play or situation with Sadiq. Sadiq is the last guy I want. I literally said
Me
that
too.
today when I someone asked like, hope. My hope was Bane. My realistic was Ioane, and then my hope not was Sadiq for no other reason than my like cockiness and also the institutional cockiness that like there are other tight ends lower down that you can develop and they'll be great. And also like if you want to just be a ball watcher, I agree with the evaluation of oh my gosh, now I'm blanking on his name. UK Ravens guy.
Mr. Ogden, James Ogden.
Yeah, Ogden's concerned that if you look at the Declan Doyle offense, Sadiq and Mark Andrews are redundant, and it doesn't actually like get the humans that he needs to run the scheme, and it would just like be a little more tricky, And I can see that, he's not the best inline guy, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm with it. Sadiq, I guess I've just come to terms with it, as far as a possibility for the Ravens, just because it's in EDC's MO. But for me, I mean, the big board kind of says it all. Bane, I would just be super pumped if we had him because he does have he's a different player than Max Crosby, but they are the same in the fact that they are disruptive as hell. Like Max Crosby is not just I'm going to get you 14 sacks guy, but I kind of suck against the run and I'm not really disruptive. Like Bane is just a monster everywhere. So I love him. Vega Ioane, obviously. I've been in love at first sight with him. And then from there, weapon for Lamar is what I'm looking at. Sadiq, Lemon, Denzel Boston. Maybe you go Monroe Freeling and get your left tackle of the future. Maybe they say, hey, we get our left tackle of the future. But again, I'm trying to win right now, bro.
I think the pick is going to be Bane, guys.
I mean, if he falls to us, it's gonna happen. They're gonna go up there and they're gonna say, we picked the best player available. We can't believe it's an edge rusher. We were over here trying to get Max Crosby allegedly and Hendrickson, and now we got Ruben Bane and Mike Green somewhere with his new stupid number of 15 and just crying in the corner.
That is a great number. 15 is a great number. It's better than 45. Simply sought help.
Oh. Yeah, why'd you call it stupid? Why is 15 stupid?
It's not edge rusher number. It's just like
I mean, in 2026, no position is wearing their respected numbers from the 2000s. Numbers need to come I get it. No, I get it.
Roquan's wearing 0. That pisses me off. Don't worry. That pisses me off.
Okay, why are you not like 56? Like, be a man. You know what I mean? One of those things.
You know what? When PQ switched to 6, I'm like, he plays like a number 6. That is definitely not a 99 out there.
Okay, nice. This is exciting. Right. Proctor off the board.
So Caden Proctor goes off the board. I'm interested to hear if anybody has any opinions of Caden Proctor. Now, he showed up Orlando Brown Jr. style, 390 pounds, to training camp, started the season at 390, and his tape was okay. And he got down into the 340s, 350s, and he looked like the best tackle in the country. So that's the story with Caden Proctor. He goes 12 overall to the Dolphins. Like, wouldn't that scare you? To me, he wasn't as fit in the outside zone scheme, of being fleet-footed, getting lateral, moving lateral. So I had him lower than, but just for a power team, like the Dolphins want to be apparently. Wouldn't that scare you? Guy shows up out of shape in his draft year at 390.
Yes.
Yep.
Michael Pierce type.
Yeah.
This ain't a situation like Orlando Brown Jr., right? Like, he just didn't test well. As I recall, he wasn't out of shape, This is a little bit different. And then you take him, he fell to the 3rd round.
Yeah.
Proctor did not fall out of the top 12. That's a little crazy. Now, I hope that we don't have a spoiler in the chat.
So I'm turning the comments. I'm turning the comments off, bro. I'm not looking. Yeah. I'm not looking at our comments.
Reminder, don't post who it is.
Yeah.
Don't. Even the Rams pick. That was what I was alluding to. Is the Rams pick got tipped, and I don't. While I'd be excited if that was the case, I don't want to hear it.
So the Rams have been linked to Mekhi Lemon forever, and the reason is he is everything that they look for in a receiver: good hands, good in space, catches through contact, grounded feet when he catches. So you think about your Cooper Cup, you think about your Puka Nakua. Makai Lemon is that kind of pro receiver. Yak, really tough to bring down. Running back like contact balance. So, Lemon has been linked to this pick 13 forever. Now with Bain on the board, do they pivot and go to the edge rusher? Do they pick Vega Ioane, which would just gut me at this point if the Rams picked him? And soon we're going to find out, I think. Whether
I want to
EDC
hear. Oh, sorry, dude.
I was
just
going to
wanna-
say, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Finish it up, and I'll ask you my question.
I said soon we're going to find out whether EDC is addicted to shiny weapons or not. Like,
Yeah.
do you want to build these? Do you want to build these trenches or not? You're either going to have Ruben Bain or Vega Ioane or both on the board. Are you addicted to the Hollywood Browns? Are you addicted to the Patrick Queens? Are you addicted to these light, shiny Zay Flowers type toys?
Yeah.
Weapons.
Are you leaving the strip club with the stripper, or are you going home with your wife? That's what we're talking about right here.
Good point. That's a great way of putting it.
So, Jason,
this is a statement pick for EDC for me. Like if he picks Sadiq and ignores the O line, to me, it's just the same as it's a lot similar to like Harbaugh never left from the front office standpoint.
we said at the beginning of the stream, what if Bain falls? Maybe that's the way you don't go on it, at 14. That's where like not going O-line at 14 is like maybe a little bit more acceptable, and you can wait till the second round and then see how the chips may fall. We're here now, potentially, right? Bain's on the board, 2 overall on your board, Jason. The only true first round grade left. Obviously, if you're DaCosta, it sounds like you'd pick Bain, right? And you would run up the card. I want to hear your evaluation one last time. I know you just had the player card up, but like, why Bain? Why is he going to get over the arm length issue? And we've talked about Vega an unbelievable amount, right?
Right.
Bain was a little bit of a surprise. It wasn't until last week that I truly believe that he might actually fall to us. Here it is, potentially. Again, I don't know, but like, I want to hear your case.
Well, there are things that I look for with the arm length thing, and it works both ways. There are guys with 35-inch arms, almost 36-inch arms. Most glaring example in recent years to me was Alex Leatherwood, who the Ravens drafted. Like the analytics guys, like my friends in the community who are analytics guys were like, Alex Leatherwood, can't miss. Look how big he is. You add his like size and his arm length. And what I saw was guys getting into his chest all the time. I saw one of the weakest outside arms of any tackle in recent drafts.
I remember that.
He did not use. You remember me saying that? And he did not use his length well. He busted out, so his length did not matter. Ruben Bain, the opposite. Guys don't get into his chest. If they put their hands on him, he swats it away with his power. Relentless. Like he's not quick, but 6'2", 263 is huge, dude. Like that is like a 280-pound stand-up outside linebacker from 20 years ago. Like these guys don't exist. 6'2", 263, not 6'5", 263. He is a bowling ball. You see 83 pressures led all of college football. So, Alec, the short answer is he negates his arm length by his play style, by his play strength, by his gap shooting. And also he sub rushes on the inside where his arm length doesn't really matter as much. So, your guards, short arm, centers, short arms.
I agree with you, man.
You slide him inside on third down. No, it's a great question. You slide him inside on third down and he's instantly like as good as Matabike in there type skill set potential.
Yeah. I'm over here and now I'm in the position where, I'm expecting one of those two guys now to be available at 14. I feel like this is a do not trade back situation. I think you go ahead and you stick and pick. And if Bain's there, I mean, like, it's just one of those things where I didn't see that, like, the need is not necessarily there. And there was chatter of getting Clowney. I think that'd been a nice addition. But you get this guy, and it's just like it's game over. Matabike's back. I mean, I don't even understand. I mean, we get the defensive minded coach, and then the defense is going to be jacked to the tits, and we don't even need him. It's going to be nuts.
That's a good point.
So I think what happens here too, like if we take Ioane over Bain, I'm completely happy. But if we do actually get Ruben Bain, pass on Ioane, I think this is where we have to get aggressive and make sure we get our guard or center Maybe
Yeah.
Kalen Rutledge, Manuel Pregnon, Chase Basantes. One of those guys has to be Ravens early tomorrow, if not late tonight.
Well, it
Yeah.
depends, Jason, because okay, so if the Ravens were to get BPA, if it were Ruben Bain right here, then I would think that in the very next round, okay, now it's time to lock down the best center available, right? Because right now you do have answers at guard. You don't have that is locked, set in stone for 5 years, but you got John Simpson, who you paid a big bag of money to play left guard. You got Emory Jones and Andrew Voorhees, who I think that these coaches are going to give a chance to play. So if you don't draft the best guard in the draft with the 14th overall pick and you go elsewhere, then I think in the second round, it would behoove the Ravens to go ahead, make sure that they secure the center, right? And then maybe after that, you get another guard who maybe it might have fell to the 80th pick. I think that's our next one after 45. And you go from there. But man, like I said, this is shaping up to be either way. This pick is going to be absolute cinema. I can't wait.
45 early for a center, by the way. So,
Really?
maybe you can trade. Yeah, maybe you can trade back in the second round and get 2 picks. So the Rams just shocked the world and drafted
Yeah.
Ty Simpson,
What?
quarterback, Alabama. Matthew Stafford's successor has now been taken by the Los Angeles Rams. So here we go. If you would have asked me before the draft, you're sitting on the clock and your team has the choice of Venga Ioane and Ruben Bain, I would have signed up for that 100 times out of 100 times, a million times. What's like a Maury Povich number? 110% signed up for. Yeah, guys, we're here. It's time to get our thoughts in.
Yeah. If you would have told me this, I wouldn't have believed you. I probably would have slapped you upside the head. Like, no, there's no way that everybody that been mocked that we want is there. I know what I want. I think this is something me and Sutton have been talking about for a month now. If Bain and Vega were to fall there, I'd say it'd be disingenuous for me to say Bain. Give me the O-line, protect my quarterback.
Love
Yeah,
it.
I mean, I think that's a valid question. It's like, okay, we weren't expecting Bain. We have no idea how. We talked about EDC maybe being a cleavage drafter a little bit with his measurables and stuff, and the shiny toys. So like Bain is anti-cleavage, A cups with those arms. So like I'm over here like, is he not as high on Bain as we might think, right? Like maybe he is also willing to skip. And then it seems like, it'd be a Vega pick. So
Ravens are very into analytics. I mean, let's not forget that. They've
Yeah.
been kind of ahead of the curve with that. And if that's the choice and they're paying somebody 6 figures to do a job, in analytics, maybe a whole team full of 6-figure type guys, and they're like, guys, if you take Ruben Bain, he's going to have to be like a 5'5" quarterback who makes the Pro Bowl. Or he's going to have to be like a 5'3" receiver who makes it. Like they don't make them. Like the clearest comp is somebody with 32-inch arms, not 30-inch arms. So again, the pros for taking Bain, to me, he's a true first-round pick. The pros for taking Vega Ioane, bro, he is the best guard prospect I've seen since Quentin Nelson. Run game, pass game. Dwayne Ledford was working him out at Penn State's Pro Day. Don't forget about that. This guy is a monster, and we haven't had the attitude of somebody like Vega Ioane on this team for a long time. Ryan Jensen, I think, is about the closest thing I can think of recently. Yonda, of course, but like Ryan Jensen type personality. That last line, nasty demeanor finisher. He wears down defensive linemen both physically and mentally. Like you don't want to reach for a running back when Vega is blocking you. He will pancake you. You don't want to jump up and bat a ball. He will punch you straight in the chest. You watch some of his highlights, and if we draft him, you'll be seeing his highlights. It's like that old video, let the bodies hit the floor. That's what it looks like when he is running through his path. He just knocks people all over the place. Ability to square up DBs in space, third of the field. The DB can go around him if he wants. Vega's quick enough to get to that DB. So, Ty Simpson, a lot of press here on this pick right now. Obviously, he's got like tears in his eyes. He's up there. He was invited to the draft, which should have been our clue, guys. Ty Simpson.
Yeah,
True.
this
Do
is
they-
gonna be the next big quarterback. I'm just gonna stamp that right here, right
You
now.
like him,
I
Ram
love
Schmidt?
Ty Simpson. Yeah, he's a perfect fit for the Rams. I'm looking at the reports now. They said that, they informed Matthew Stafford earlier today that he would be the pick. Ty Simpson would be the pick at 13. And they said that Matthew Stafford, listen, you're welcome to stay as long as you want. This is just a plan for when you retire. We have a guy to kind of take the reins there. And again, man, I don't really watch a whole lot of college football, but when I saw this guy at the combine throwing, alongside of all the other top quarterbacks in this
You
draft,
did say this to me. Yes.
yeah, he just kind of stood out to me. There was something about it, like much like Josh Allen stood out to me before, he became Josh Allen in the NFL, like back years ago. I know we didn't know each other back then, but like I just have a feeling about some of these guys, and I feel like McVay had that same sort of feeling here. I think he's going to be really, really good for LA, man. I saw a stat on screen just now that said that he had the third most drop passes in college football
Yeah.
last year. I mean, like, of course, that's not a stat that you just like, oh my gosh, he's so great. But it's just like, I don't know. I have a good
Here we
feeling about
go.
this dude.
Sut,
the
Yeah.
the
Roger
booing for the
Goodell.
Ravens.
Do it.
They're booing
All
the
right.
Ravens. All right, great. My look, Big Ioane, Ruben Bain. Here we go, guys. For wild
Lots
card.
of options.
I'll flip out if it's a wild card, to be honest with you. Give me Bain or Ioane.
Oh, come on. Give me
Yeah.
Vega. Come on, please, please.
Holy smokes. Somebody announce it.
It's you, man. This is your stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did it
We got
again,
him.
Jason.
My TV's still behind.
We got him, man.
You did
We
it
got our
again.
guy.
Love it.
I'm waiting for you, Sut. I just want you to see it, brother.
We fucking got him.
Oh, we did get him. We got him. Woo! Let's go.
The
That's
pure
what I'm
guard
talking
prospect.
about, baby.
Okay, so
Best
let's
O-line
go back
in
to
the
this
draft,
narrative, bro.
potentially. Let's
Sut,
do it.
I seen your eyes lit up when I mentioned this narrative, bro. I love talking to Sut, man. I always do. But yeah, this, dude, we were talking about it on the Purple Rain stream. The whole meat and potatoes or eat your vegetables, however you put it.
Mhm.
I put it a little while ago. Is like, look, Kenyon Sadiq was out there. This flashy pass rusher was out there. You know what I mean? Like premium position was out there. A 4.39 tight end was out there. An X receiver was out there. Omar Cooper Jr. was also out there. And our guy, EDC. What's up, bro? I'll give you the credit. Ate his
Listen.
vegetables and took maybe the next Quentin Nelson, maybe the next Marshall Yanda.
Can I say something really quick? Just
Please.
really quick. It feels like we drafted Lamar Jackson all over again.
Wow.
And I don't know if that makes a lot of sense right here, right now. But what I mean is that I think that this draft pick, again, getting a set it and forget it guy for that right guard spot, this will, in the finest of ways, usher in the second act of Lamar Jackson's career. This is going to be great. Honestly, this is great for Lamar Jackson. This is great for a 29-year-old offensive coordinator in Declan Doyle, who, for whatever he wants to have going on here in Baltimore on the offensive side of the football, he needs that O-line to be straight. This only helps that, man. I mean, look, I just got done saying, and people were bringing up to me in the past couple of weeks, and I just told you guys again, like I just got done saying, Andrew Voorhees and Emory Jones at that right guard spot. One of those guys is going to be a starter. No more. This is Vega's job to lose now. And the beautiful thing about it is we have insurance on our insurance here, right? We have reserves of players. So if it does end up being like a musical chairs, right? Somebody gets hurt. I'm super comfortable plugging in an Emory Jones at that left or right guard spot. He looked serviceable last year. I'm not super comfortable, but I am comfortable plugging in Andrew Voorhees if push comes to shove. This is what we needed. We needed the trenches to be, and again, on both sides of the football, we have to see how the rest of the draft plays out, but they did the right thing here, man. You protected your two-time, should be three-time MVP quarterback. Probably going to go on 3 times, should be 4 times MVP quarterback after a move like this, man. This is everything. Again, like I said, it feels like we drafted Lamar Jackson over again. This will help him get back to MVP status. I love this pick. A+.
I love
Hey,
it. I'm right.
I'm going to throw something
Go ahead.
out here right here. Emory Jones Center.
Oh,
Start snapping the
Oh,
ball, work them out.
Bro, I've been talking about that for a while. Let's hear it. Let's hear you have a write up on him. He was your 37th prospect last year. I know numbers. Go. How can he snap a ball?
He's athletic enough to run
Yeah.
outside zone. He's athletic enough to do the things that you need centers to do. So, I mean, just remember Emory Jones, a right tackle, 3 and out at LSU, started as a freshman at LSU. So Emory Jones, like this is a, not a blue chip in terms of, top 10 talent. He obviously had the surgery, but Emory Jones is a blue chip in terms of, bro, he was 18 years old starting at LSU. Let's look at last year's card for him. 21 years old, 3-year starter, 36 games at right tackle. So this isn't some big slug over there, bro. He's 6'5", 315. That's good shape, long arms. So I don't know if he's comfortable in the leadership role. I know my guy JT was talking about there's more to center than just snapping the ball. You got to be the leader of the line. You got to recognize protections. Is he too young to do all that and too inexperienced to do all that? I'm just throwing it out there. Like if we were going to best 5 it tomorrow, Manga is certainly one of your best 5. And Emory Jones, to me, is better than Voorhees, Bullock. Maybe we had somebody else in the draft. Maybe we still get that center, like Sutton was saying earlier, is his, like, would you say the draft? You would top it out of a C+ if we didn't go this route here, man. So just exactly, man. It's just great. But, yeah, Emory Jones in a phone booth, Alec, he's a bad man.
Hey, man, that's all I need to hear. We're talking about moving Fano to center. It was a big chatting point not too long ago. He was also, Emory was also an offensive tackle in college. He has the athleticism that you discussed. I mean, I would love to see a scenario where Simpson, Jones, and Vega are interior like that. I mean, that sounds nice to me because otherwise, frankly, I kind of want Emory to be so good that he replaces Simpson, right? Like in my head canon, Simpson Emory Jones should be in this offensive line, so that's like that's the path that makes sense for him to make it in there. So I think I'd be keen to hear if EDC says anything about that during the presser, because now they don't have to, be so coy about it. I can still draft a center. I'm not saying they shouldn't, but it can at least be an option.
So, Alec, I want to ask you if you have the beast up and can tell me, but I believe Vega played 2-3 games at right guard. Okay, like maybe early in his career before he just settled in at left guard. So imagine this scenario, Purple Rain Gang. Vega, they just say like, look, you're comfortable at right guard. You're going to be our right guard. We did sign John Simpson. He's a left guard only. And we'll let Emory Jones compete with John Simpson, maybe take over half the year from John Simpson. Obviously, he's not going to compete with the 14th overall pick. You expect Vega will be a stalwart on this line, starter probably from right away. So what I'm thinking is Vega's your new right guard, Marshall Yonda style. He's going to be blocking the top 3 techs in the league. That's where they line up over right guard. That's why right guards are very important. So he's going to be blocking the top 3 techs at right guard. You got John Simpson at left guard. You got Emory Jones wild card at center. I'm going to throw that out here on April 23rd. But maybe Emory just competes with John Simpson at left guard and may the best man win.
Yeah, I'm looking at the beast now. Sorry. So like he's only played left guard. I mean,
okay.
As far as I can tell, I don't know if there's just not more information about like all of the snaps. And that kind of like ticks me off in a way, right? You get the best guard in the draft and we're talking about moving him to right guard. I mean, maybe Jason, I would like to hear your thoughts. Like, do you think right guard's more primo than left?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So in that case, I'm not upset. That's fine.
Offenses are right-handed. Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
your quarterback's vision when your quarterback drops back to passing, this is opposite. But you stand with your back foot, your right foot's back. You're naturally looking to the right side. Sure. The running game naturally goes right-handed. And Matabike, for example, on the Ravens, plays over right guard. Your best 3 techs
that's fair.
Usually line up on that over front playing right guard. So like if you want your best guard should be a right guard, ideally. Your best pass protector, somebody you can leave one-on-one. So yeah, I'm disappointed in the Beast didn't have that, but I want to say maybe somebody can check Dane Brugler. I'll check it in a little bit. Bane is a Tampa Bay Buck, and they probably can't believe they got that man at 15. Just unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, good pick for them. Would have liked to see him in Baltimore, but I think we just bigger pressing needs. And for me, I'm kind of shocked because, it's like everybody had Vega coming here, and usually that doesn't happen. Usually the Ravens always throw like a wild card at you, but
yeah,
I'm just over the moon right now.
I mean, I feel like it's happened
like
last few years. It's like I feel like Zay was telegraphed. I feel like Starks was telegraphed. I'm over here thinking the opposite, actually. Or like the last few years, it's just been like exactly who you think it's going to be.
True.
I don't know. I've been with Simply. When I saw like 6-7 mock drafts, all mocking Vega, the cynic in me kicked in. I'm like, oh well, I guess it's not going to be Vega. That's what everybody thinks.
Man, it just goes to show you, man. Like, we may be like some fans who are at the end of the bar, but boy, are we right about a whole lot.
Yeah,
Aren't we?
End of the bar.
Bar knows
You know
ball,
what I mean?
I would
Oh,
love
my
to
gosh.
know whether we had Fano or Vega higher. Like, did Todd Monken save us from my Spencer Fano heart attack that I've been telling you guys that, like, you don't draft a guy off of versatility. Vega's the best I've seen in years. Like if Fano was there and Vega was there, would we have had Fano higher? I'm curious. I wonder. Remember the EDC on Fano and Ioane said both guys probably come in right away and help your team quite a bit. So now we will get to see this. And lastly, for those of you, we got a lot of people watching. I want to tell this story real quick about Vega Ioane. Coming out of Polynesian culture, I saw him sit down with Connor Rogers, who is with Chris Sims on the Chris Sims show. Connor Rogers does his own thing, making his own name for himself. But he sat down with Vega Ioane. Ioane is from Washington State. Polynesian culture, he was saying to Connor Rogers that you don't leave home until you get married. So, like, even if you're dating serious, been dating her, wedding day is planned for next week, you're still living at your crib, bro. Then you get married, then you move out. Is kind of how it rolls. So he decided to go against his parents' wishes. These are his own words, to move across the country from Washington State to Penn State to be on his own and to play for Nittany Lions. An incredible amount of maturity from him, a nerd of sorts when it comes to like, what does this lineman try to do to you? How do you counter it? Where did he almost have success? Yeah, you won the rep, but like he almost got you with that move. How do I adjust? What is the defensive lineman trying to do next? What is he setting up? Why is he doing this now to set up what's coming later? Extremely thoughtful. And then when you watch him on the field, it's like, what's the guy, the Incredible Hulk, Bruce Banner. It's like Bruce Banner. It just comes out and my goodness, just a force. And again, he's not just some like oaf mauler. He is, 0 sacks allowed in the last 2 years, and he blocks so well in space. They asked this guy to do executed tight end style blocks. They put him in motion before the snap to kick out the edge. Yeah. They lined him up on the wing, like pretty much the slot, and told him to go chase the free safety and block him, and he would square those dudes up. So can't say enough about Vega Ioane, as it looks like Sadiq the Physique went to the New York Jets.
That's exciting for them. Very cool. I mean, we didn't really get to comment too much on all these other picks. The Ty Simpson thing's really interesting with McVay.
Yeah.
Bane did not drop any further, went to the Buccaneers. Great pickup for them, for a team that, is always in the thick of things. Well run. I don't know. People don't talk about it much. I feel like, you always hear, and maybe this is like the Ken McCusick in me coming out, but like the Ravens, the Steelers, and Packers draft the best. Well, I think another team that drafts really well is the Bucks. They've historically drafted really well, and they go ahead. They get a BPA guy there and a primo position. I mean, that's pretty exciting for them. Keen to see what he does in Florida, and he stays like close to the area. Cool.
What do you think, Alex? Are you still in shock, brother? I see you chilling.
I'm happy. Yeah, because I was worried. I was worried we're gonna get Sadiq. I thought EDC was gonna be like, well, I'm so smart. Look at this. And now, like, I'm happy that we got him because, like I said, I was at the Monday night game against the Lions last year, and that was an awful game. It felt like Lamar was on his rear end every single play, running for his life. Wasn't 100%. I don't want to go through that again. I don't want to go through those games where we're talking about the keys to victory is the O-line because they're getting their ass whooped from the point of attack every single play. I'm happy I never have to watch number 77 play a snap again in my life for the Baltimore Ravens. Happy I don't probably want to see other guys play in their snap.
Vega's going to wear
Rest of my life.
77 now.
You know what? That's fine. It ain't Falele. It ain't him. Like,
Oh,
bro,
just
man.
everything about this is just makes me happy.
Think about how we skimped on guards from not paying Kevin Zeitler $6 million.
I know.
We're like, nah, we don't need no Kevin Zeitler. Yeah, he's been great for us, but $6 million for a guard. Come on,
Yes,
man.
and
We
that's
don't
my
need
point.
that. We got
I have
Ben
somebody-
Cleveland and we drafted in the 4th round, and we can always play McCary there. That was our
Wow.
philosophy, bro.
Wow.
Think about that.
Yeah.
That's been
That's my
our
thing.
philosophy. Now we got freaking this monster, Vega Ioane, paid John Simpson $10 million, which is a good contract. And Emory Jones would have went before the 3rd round if he wasn't, needed a shoulder repair last year. So you got some true talent. Props to EDC again. That was that damn Harbaugh's philosophy, wasn't it? Wasn't it? EDC showed that he's caring about the trenches. Lamar with time, Lamar with protection, Derrick Henry with protection. We still got Zay Flowers. We're going to add another weapon in this draft. Still got bait. If you believe in bait, we're going to be
Yeah.
A-okay. And
This franchise
we-
desperately needed a scapegoat, man. Everything's Harbaugh's fault now. I love it.
I mean, bro, he brought it on himself with his stubbornness. Stubborn.
I don't disagree with you, by the way. I'm in on the bit, but like it's just kind of funny at this point.
I'm going to say, like the kids say, I was speaking facts, right? Simply.
Talk about it.
Harbaugh
Talk
being,
about it.
I was speaking facts right there.
Talk
son.
about it, Jake.
Can I get a witness? Can I get an okay?
Talk about it.
Mad Rasta checking in. O4C. This is a Ring of Honor pit. Trench work, Ravens. Thank you so much for the super chat. And I apologize, guys, for getting a little testy earlier. I admit I got testy. I just don't like being spoiled, bro. Like
Yeah.
this is my day, man. This is my day. And I don't have, I'm trying to keep up with everything. And, I know that y'all know. Y'all freaking out over a damn Jordan Tyson going to the Saints. First of all, what the hell's wrong with you?
Oh, come on. Now
This
that's
is
not
where
I like Jordan Tyson.
this is where I say,
Jordan
what the hell's
Tyson
wrong
is
with
a
all?
dog. Come on now.
But he's not going to the Chiefs. He's not going to the
I-
Steelers. He's far away.
Anything
That
is
was great.
possible.
That is
According
true.
to this draft, man. But no, yeah. Appreciate the super chat donation, Mad Rasta. Appreciate all the Rain Gang. I didn't even give a shout out to the Rain Gang. We are
Bro, yeah,
also
hey.
simulcasting on the Purple Rain Podcast YouTube channel. Ashley, thank you for the gifted membership. Thank you so much. We
Hello.
appreciate you. Hello. Good evening. Are you having a good time? Are y'all having a good time in this draft? Because we are. We're having a great time. Listen, man, we did the right thing. We got our guy Vega. Listen, I said before a couple minutes ago, it feels like we drafted Lamar Jackson all over again. Hell, it feels like we drafted Zay Flowers all over again. It feels like we acquired Derrick Henry all over again. And I'm saying this, son, this doesn't make sense. I'm saying this because getting interior O-line shored up frees up opportunities for all of those other guys. It's just, I would have loved to, would I have loved Reuben Bain? Yes. Would I have loved Kenyon Sadiq? Yeah, I would have loved that. I mean, would I have loved Jordan Tyson? Sure. But this is a pick that I don't want Ravens fans to take for granted in April. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where you can easily take a guard pick in April for granted. How is this supposed to help us? I get it. Vega Ioane is not going to put butts in seats directly, but indirectly he will, again, because he'll open up opportunities for a lot of these other guys. I mean, you're going to have the likes of Vega Ioane making you buy Rashad Bateman. Ioane.
Yep.
Ioane is going to make a lot of you buy Rashad Bateman jerseys. Just saying.
Oh,
Just saying.
oh, I love it. Sut,
Hey.
can I bring it back? I got a question and a comment and a question.
Mhm.
So my comment is, let's not sleep on a point many of us have made, is that we got our offensive line fortified. Check. There could be a stud receiver in round 2. There could be a stud edge rusher in round 2. And we
Yeah.
don't have to go with the bar. Some of y'all might be mad about the Venga pick now, but how pissed are you? Your favorite player in this draft, your Ted Hurst or your Zion Young, if he happens to fall, or whoever. Not going to just spout a bunch of names. We all got our favorites. If they were available and we had to pass on them for a second tier guard, that's losing value. So by taking Venga, not only do you have the all pro upside, you have just freed yourself up to shoot. You love Eli Stowers in the second round. You really want to get freaky with a tight end weapon, more explosive than likely even. You can do that now and not be pigeonholed into the guard. My question is this, and I'm not picking on Nikes. Not sure if you know. Do you guys know how to say his name? Not sure if he's checking in on his channel.
Nikes.
Nikes.
He's from our channel. Nikes, yeah.
Nikes, thank you, dude. I want to bring up your comment here because Nikes is definitely not alone. We know this, fellas. So I want to go around on this. Ruben Bain is a hell of a player. Led the country in tackles. He was on the board. He was number 2 or on my overall big board. I mean, I love the guy. What percent? So I don't blame Nikes in feeling the way he does. What percent of the fan base is with Nikes right now? And which percent of the fan base is like just so happy we got Venga? And maybe if you want to throw a percentage out there, is just would have been happy with either or don't care, you can do that too. But like, what's the percentages here? What are we going to see and feel on our pods?
I can start real quick. For me, probably like 65, 70%. It's like, all right, either or is cool. I'd probably say 30% is upset with not getting Bain. I had somebody tell me taking a first rounder or guard in the first round is foolish. I don't know who you were watching last year. With all due respect, like I said, I saw Lamar on his ass. Do you like having Lamar as your quarterback? Yes or no? If the answer is yes, you like getting a guard. Because if Lamar gets hurt again back-to-back years, why does he want to sign a contract extension here? You are showing no faith in just protecting him. You want to keep your quarterback upright, and that's what we are doing. I don't get how you can hate it. Yeah, Bain was there. That's cool and all. You have Mike Green and Trey Hendrickson. Where the snaps going to get split up. You can still get Clowney, and you can still get the guy second round and then third round as well. Hell, package up some fourth round picks, get another third round pick, go draft there. But it's just a slam dunk. It is a slam dunk, and we've been dumpster diving so long at the offensive lineman position. That's my problem. We finally invested some good capital into it, and that's why I'm happy. Gone with the days of getting a guy like Alejandro Villanueva at tackle, getting practice squad guys sitting there. Like you mentioned, some of the guards we had out there. Those days are over.
No more one-eyed mercenaries.
Exactly.
So a big surprise, not really, but I would say more of a big swing. Now, I faded this man on our board because, as you see in that last line, 3 foot injuries. I think he actually technically broke his foot 3 times. Is the same foot, his left foot. And he broke his foot again prepping for the combine. Unique body type, traits for days. Caleb Banks, the rare type of defensive prospect with you got to be in, like this foot keeps breaking, on this big man. So I faded him on my big board all the way till the second round. But the Vikings are going to take a chance and take Caleb Banks. I think that's a worthy story here, even though it has nothing to do with the Ravens and we're pumped up about Vega. But yeah, you see Caleb Banks about to take him off the big board right now. He was number 39 with the injury. The cross next to their name, I suppose the red cross is supposed to be a signify. It's really just a plus. But yeah, that signifies the injury concern for the player. So Banks is going to the Vikings, who everybody thought was going to replace Harrison Smith with the other one, Dylan Thieneman.
Yeah, we had a long conversation about that, Jason, about what to do with Banks. There was conversations about him falling to 45 and maybe being a pick there. That made sense because you just couldn't pass him up anymore, but clearly it doesn't even get out of the top 20. Teams decided, it only takes one, but teams decide that it's worth the risk. I get it. Like if he's healthy, if they feel confident about the medicals, he's a great player. He deserves to go up this high. But yeah, we don't have that kind of information. To go back to the question about Bain versus, Vega.
Yeah. What's the fan base thing? What do you think?
Well, I mean, it's interesting. Like we already have a little bit of a microcosm of it in the chat. Some people are, thinking they're lucky stars. I think, we got our vegetables in. Now we can go get dessert with the Vega pick. And I think that's definitely valid. But at the same time, we have dumpster dived on guards and we have been successful. I mean, don't forget the Ben Powers transformation. We drafted Bredesen, who didn't ever even play for us. We traded him and he's been, still kicking around the league. Like we've been able to find these guys later and fill in these holes. We just, got a prestigious line of developer, in Ledford. Everyone thought that he could just like come in and fix it. So it's understandable to be a little upset about it. But, arguably, you can make all those same arguments for Bane at this point. First of all, like there's not a clear path to playing time. Someone's going to lose playing time if we got Bane. He's a little duplicative with the rest of our roster. And you just got Minter, who's like apparently able to scheme up anything. He gets almost OA, and he gets 10 sacks immediately, right? So like you can't talk out of both sides of your mouth with like these coaches are going to solve everything. We don't have to get the premier players. So I think like I think it's a fine pick, right? And I'm not upset about it at all. Again, like it was the most like choreographed thing of all time. I feel like it's really up there as far as like, of course they did. And I'm okay with it all. So now we proceed to see who's going to be available on the board at 45. A few surprises already that are still on the board. I thought Freeling would be gone by now. And I think it's just a matter of time before, Cooper is off the board and Lemon and McCoy, he could fall who knows how far. There's a possibility that McCoy is on this board at 45.
It's sad, dude. Yeah.
And like, he's pulling I'm blanking on his name now. Was it Will Johnson last year?
Yep.
Who just had medicals that we didn't know about and fell. It'd be a really shame for him. I hope that, he's able to get over it, but hopefully also not our problem. This is opening us up. Also, like, if we're frank about it, look at number 24, look at the stars. Zion Young is like kind of a better fit at edge than Bane for our team, I'd argue. I understand that Bane's like the better player, but I think Young is more what we were like looking to add in the draft if we were to add a edge rusher. So, he might be there. And then, you've opened yourself up to getting him at 45 where you weren't open to doing that if you passed on Vega.
So did you guys see, someone who is very tied to the Ravens? Matter of fact, he used to work for the Ravens, Daniel Jeremiah, NFL Network. He's going to get promoted apparently and take over from Mel Kiper after they merge on ESPN. He had in his mock the Ravens trading back into the first round and taking Peter Woods, defensive tackle, at 32, who Peter Woods is your classic 3-tech body makeup. He's just underachieved. So physically, everything you want in a player. But Peter Woods only had 2 sacks. He played for a bad Clemson team. So, down year for the whole team. Didn't get a lot of leads. Didn't get a lot of rush chances. But, yeah, Daniel Jeremiah predicting in his mock drafts that the Ravens of all teams would trade up for 45 back into the first round. That would shock me, guys.
Yeah. So like, just to talk about that real quick, that's talking about getting rid of your 3rd round pick and your 2nd round pick. So we'd be looking at no selections tomorrow unless we made another trade. That'd be very surprising because the capital just isn't there. That's something I wanted to bring up. We haven't really discussed when these trades came across the board, like what was given up, what,
they don't have anything to do with us, so why would we?
I mean, I care. The Chiefs have to do with us. Like, I think these things all matter. These things all matter. But yeah, no, I was thinking. So like, I think earlier on, Simply was mentioning the idea of if you get Bane, you trade up to go and get your guard, and I was looking at what that would cost, right? Because I think these 5th round picks are where we can start looking strongly into getting, get rid of a few in order to move up and get your guy. The first 5th round pick, 154, that's 30 points. So that could get you up 3 spots. Not much, right? But not nothing. It could be what you need to do. You'd leapfrog on Miami and the Jets in that situation and New Orleans because that's who you'd be taking the pick from. Similarly, you could package up 2 of them, right? And you could move up a little bit further and you could get, 2 picks higher. So I think the highest, you could trade with our friends in Kansas City, who we just discussed. Maybe I don't even know what they have anymore. Maybe they already got rid of their 2nd. And then Cleveland as well is a guy that they could trade. Because if you're looking at it too, at 38, Houston could pick a guard. At least we don't need that anymore at our 2nd pick. But like that was kind of what we were discussing, right? Was the idea of like, who might be picking a guard for us? Giants, Houston. They're so high up though that I don't think you could have traded to get there unless you were using the 3rd round pick and maybe getting a later 3rd round pick, or there would have to be more like combinations of trades, or maybe use the 4th round pick. I don't know if I would want to do that, but yeah. Anyways, I'm always looking at the trade chart when you kind of think about what it would take to get some of these guys. And realistically, we just don't have much ammunition to move up in the 2nd round.
True.
By much. Not by an appreciable amount. I feel as though in the 2nd round, we'll be looking at 5-6 players when we get to 40, and we'll be confident that we're good. We don't need to move up for any of them per se.
So we weren't able to watch this, but they did the interview with Ione afterwards. He said, nobody's going to touch my quarterback. It's as simple as that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Saw that. He also said that he did not want to go anywhere where they play soft football. I did also see that. I mean, it seems like Vega is ready to rock. I'm happy about it. To kind of go back to Jason's question from earlier, which I'm not exactly sure where Jason went. I'm sure he'll probably be back in a second here. But to go back to his question earlier of, what percentage of the fan base is kind of not on board with the Vega pick, I'll put it to you like this. The hardcore Ravens fans, i.e. us, we all love the Vega pick. It's the casuals, right? It's the ones who don't really, keep their ears to the streets during the offseason, just when Ravens games are on, that they tune in, of course, and things like that. They own a jersey or two. But the casuals are like, what is this? Like a Vega Ione? Who is this? A Samoan from where? Who is he from? Where? What school what does he play? No, they wanted like a skill position player. They wanted whatever top name wide receiver or tight end. It would have been a Kenyon Sadiq that would have, got them out of bed, in that pick. But for the hardcores, no, it's Vega all the way, man. I could not be more ecstatic, quite frankly, about this pick, man. I'm gonna make a video about it later on tonight and stuff about how excited I am, but man, I just can't speak to it enough. And Alex, you mentioned it, like they're already doing the interviews with him and stuff like that, where he's talking about, how he wants to protect Lamar Jackson and stuff like that. Sorry guys, I'm like reading through tweets here in live in the moment. But man, I'm very, very happy about this pick, man. Ravens are emailing me talking about you can order his jersey. You can order Ione's jersey right now.
Is that
on
right?
the Ravens website. Yeah. They just emailed me.
But they don't have his number yet, right? So like,
right.
on the email it says jersey number to be determined at a later. So it's pre-order. It says pre-order.
Oh,
okay,
pre-order.
gotcha. It makes sense.
Yeah, just started to change his number 50 times. Before you know it, he's gonna be wearing like 3.
The day a lineman wears a single digit number, game's gone.
Yeah.
I don't think they're allowed to, because they have to report. I think they're one of the people that like they can't wear like weird numbers. Like the boomers have won. The trenches are stay strong. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh, dude, yeah, the whole thing with these like hardcore fans wanting Vega, like totally agree. There was a conversation about like filling seats. Like the M&T Bank Stadium seats do not need to be filled. Okay, like people are coming for the best quarterback, best player in the league already. Like it's just like it's such a silly concept. That's a loser franchise mentality that they're worried about selling tickets. If you're a winner, you're already selling tickets. So how do you develop a winner? You get the trenches secured. You mentioned it, son. You just plus Peyton. You just plus the falling down, Mark Andrews. I hope he's able to pick it up. I'm just a little like concerned about him. Like you're right. Everybody just got a little bit better on the offense because you got Vega. You know how everyone talked about, like you got the short arm center, Linderbaum. He's going to like lift up the guards. Bullshit. Okay. That's not how it works. The guards, they lift up the center. And now our center problem is a little bit more solved by picking that guard too. So yeah, I just
good point.
Dude, it's just like one of those things where like I'm pretty pumped about it. The top guards, they get good money. They get a little bit less than a wide receiver, but like good money, premium money. And Vega is a guy that if the CBA is not updated, So are they seriously playing this song right now? I guess it makes sense because it's in Pittsburgh. But I just think, there's a scenario where you can use the tag on Vega if you really want to keep him around. Like, it wouldn't be outrageous like it was for your short arm center that got paid way too much money by the Raiders. But we'll cross that bridge in like 5 years, right? It's not an issue. I also think I think it got to the point, not to relitigate like the Linderbaum stuff. I feel as though the Ravens were like a little unserious about it, wanting to get him all that time, and that it was a lot of just pumping up his value, particularly near the end. Because, yeah, I don't know. I don't fully buy that they were so enamored with him, number one center in the league. Like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, I mean, they were just like, they were saying stuff that like is a little not respectful, just like a little like not true. And yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna hop off for just a second. I'll be right back. But yeah, that's my 2 cents.
Just updated the graphics. Did a lot of swiping.
So Jason, are we getting you the Vega Ione jersey now? Is that what we're gonna do?
I do not look good in a Vega Ioane jersey. I have kind of a strict rule.
Ioane.
I was a safety. I'm built like the letter I. So you can't show up to the stadium like a little guy in a Vega Ioane jersey. I mean, I'm not the shortest man in the world, simply. You've met me before, but still, like, I got a wide receiver body, bro. I got a safety body.
No, but I think that's dope though. That's like it's like a clean, like very cool oxymoron. You know what I mean? Like small guy walks into a stadium with like a big guy's jersey. Like that's kind of cool. Like, it shows your ball knowledge. I'll tell you that. It shows your ball knowledge for sure. Yeah. I would love that on you.
A 71. Do we have a 71? Do we have a 71 on the team?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I will say this. Malasame Amuva Laulu walked so he could run. So leave it there.
It's a great pronunciation, Alex. Very
yeah,
solid.
For real, bro. I thought you were
Thank you.
Wow. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just can't stop looking at this beautiful man. I mean, I crap you not, man. There was a video that I did. It was the day after the Super Bowl with James Ogden. And we were just talking. I forget what we were talking about, but it wasn't even on the subject. Like we were talking about, they got Max Honitzer, by the way, right tackle. The Steelers got probably some Broderick Jones insurance, but we were talking about, it was right after Ledford and Doyle got hired. So James, is a scheme guy. He has studied Minter back to his college days in Michigan. And we were on the air the day after the Super Bowl talking about what Jesse Minter's defense was going to look like and all. And James, of course, announced the Teddy Buchanan pick last year. He releases his draft guide every year. So here I was, man, the day after the Super Bowl. I was like, and James, what about that guard from Penn State? Like, this is how long I've had my eye on this guy. I'm like, James, I tried to watch my 1 to 2 games to prep for the combine just to know what I was looking for in him. And I couldn't stop watching them. I watched all 6 Penn State games I had on tape. I watched early seasons. I watched big games. I watched small games. I watched, championship type games. And this guy was just, I couldn't believe what I was seeing from the guard position. So, yeah, man, that's that kind of sums up how I feel about it, guys.
He kind of looks like the guy from Moana. You guys know the what's his name? Damn, I can't remember.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, the one who was played by The Rock. Yeah, he looks exactly like that guy. Is that racist?
No,
I don't know, but
I don't think so.
I don't know the movie or TV show you're talking about, but
Moana, Disney.
Okay, yeah, my kids are grown. I haven't.
Jesus, like, bro.
I have a funny story. I hate that movie because when I was on my cruise this past summer, they kept playing Moana, and I'm in our room, sick as a dog, 100-degree fever, middle of the Atlantic. Moana's playing. And I just hate that movie now because of it. I'm throwing up, coming out. I'm like, just get this shit off my TV. I just want to sleep. And
it's traumatizing now.
It is. It's just come full circle now. We draft him.
Hey, you guys recognize this guy?
The Don.
What's going on?
We'll never get sick of the Don. We'll never get sick of the Don.
So I told him yesterday I would not do the rhyme because I was afraid that I scared Don C away. But Don C, we got Vega Ioane. So it's the D-O-N to the C, bro. Call him Don C. Got more game than Kaliko. Don C. checking in. Alex Sutton, Alex, brother Jason, good, safe pick. The right pick. Protect our best player. The rest will take care of itself. Let's go. Purple emoji, purple emoji. Classic Don C, Purple Rain Gang. There he is.
God
Yes,
bless you,
sir.
Don.
God bless Don, man. God bless Don. Safe pick is the right pick, man. I mean, like you said, it's protect the best player. The rest will take care of itself. That's literally what it is, man. I mean, we could have drafted all the skilled players in the world, but it's like it doesn't matter if we don't have, the guys to protect Lamar Jackson, the one who's delivering the ball to those skilled players. Like I always say, you can't put the cart before the horse. You can't build your windows and your stairs in your house before the foundation. And that's what we did here by getting Vega Ione. Or how do you say it, Jason? One more time. What's the pronunciation?
Think about the letter Y. Yo.
So
it's like the IO is like a yo, like Yowane.
Yo,
So it's perfect for Baltimore, is what you're saying. The Ioane. I love that. Right?
Twos into deuce.
There we go. Exactly.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying. No, man. I
Yoane.
love it, though. Thank you so much, Don. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and look,
Yowane.
now that I've gotten it down and heard many people pronounce it in front of Vega, and he's like, he looks at him like, yeah, that's how it is. Yowane. He's gonna come in like next and do like a complete. No, it's actually pronounced something that you can't say. Like, and also, I think he's got like the Tua Tonga Vailoa, where it's not Vega. Have you heard people say Venga?
Yeah.
Venga.
Right.
Definitely.
Like, think about how Tua Tonga Vailoa's name, it starts THE. Like, I think that's also, I need to get educated on the like Polynesian pronunciations, but I think it's Venga Yowane.
Oh wow, Messador to the Chargers. Old man, graybeard.
Old man Messador.
I'm-
What was he,
about
like 25,
Sorry to
right?
be-
25 and has had surgery on both plantar plates. So,
Mm.
so like, plantar fasciitis and all that stuff. Both of them, bro. Both of them. Plantar
Both
plates.
rough.
Bofa.
Yeah.
Chase, I missed it. Unfortunately, I went to the potty, but with the Steelers pick, what was your thoughts on that?
Yeah, we didn't talk about that.
So, hey, Maxie Honicher was a right tackle only at Arizona State. An excellent athlete, and I think he really put himself on the map during the Senior Bowl, where he's going up against constant competition. He was the best tackle at the Senior Bowl. Nobody could get around him. Nobody could go through him. But right tackle, like I knew Honicher was going to go in the first round. So good pick. Can he play left tackle and take over for Broderick Jones? It was going to be a question. Or do they move Troy Fontano to left tackle?
Oh, wait a minute. Jason, I maybe I'm tripping. I could have sworn he said Eagles. I don't know why I heard Eagles, but like, because we didn't talk about the Eagles pick, Makai Lemon to the Eagles. We didn't talk about that.
Right.
We had
Oh,
touched
snap.
on the Ahenacor thing, but like Makai Lemon to the Eagles, though, that's kind of big too. No, I mean, it means that AJ
Yeah.
Brown's out of here, right? For sure.
AJ Brown's out of here. Just to
Yeah.
finish up on the Steelers, Maxie
Yeah.
Honicher now, right tackle. Troy Fontano, extremely talented first round pick himself. So they got bookend first round picks at tackle. They also redid the inside, if you remember, with Mason McCormick is at right guard, Zach Frazier at center. So they just need a left guard. The Steelers' offensive line, they're building the trenches, and they were needing a left guard themselves. So a very possible like floor for Venga was the Steelers. Instead, they get a tackle. And I have to give a shout out to the mom of the channel, the Linda J. Not just the Linda J. That is the Linda J.
Shout out
looks
to
after-
Linda.
Yes, looks after everyone in the chat. And she is so happy. And one thing I've learned about Linda, student of the game. Okay, so when I post my highlight videos, cut ups, Linda, especially when I do members only first, Linda is the first one in there talking about the kind of stuff I like to talk about, which is traits based. Now, he really struggles with power, doesn't he? Yeah, you noticed that. Yeah, there was like 2 or 3 reps where that's how he got. Man, he's really good at this. So Linda is also a student of the game. Like, I don't think the channel's grandma does her complete justice. This woman knows what she's talking about, but she also looks after all the ladies in the football family too. So, channel favorite, the Linda J. The Linda J is not good enough. It's the Linda J.
The Ohio State.
That's
The
right.
J. Okay.
Yeah,
I
Shout
love
out.
it.
Shout out. Yeah.
Yeah, when I type my members out, I put the THE in capital letters. She won't do
The.
it, but I do. Is the. Yeah. Lady knows her football. And she's also like old enough to remember football that I can't. So she will like correct me and reference me when I can't think. Not correct me, but help me out, I guess is the best way to say it.
Like what, 70s, 80s ball? That type of ball?
Hey, Afia. Hey, Afia. Best smile in the game. She hates that 25 is considered old in their world. Yeah, me too. Me too. Wake up call for me, Afia, was last year. There were finally people in the draft, grown men in the draft, who were younger than my youngest son. It was an ouch moment. It was an ouch moment. See, like now Simply's going through it where all these guys, these Van Goghs
Chill.
and all this,
Chill.
they're his peers. These are your people, Simply.
I'm washed. Like I'm washed right now. Like
Like-
my dream of ever playing soccer, like my dream was to play for the USA team. That's never gonna happen. I'm 27. To be fair,
Look.
I feel like I could take on Pulisic 1-on-1, but that's a different story.
So
All right,
Simply, here's my
Alex,
idea.
Bro,
Here's my
I'm
idea.
telling you,
bro.
I'm telling you,
Come
I
on,
could lock-
no,
I
you're
could
not
lock him up.
taking, bro. You're
I
not
could lock
taking
him up.
on freaking Team USA's main striker 1-on-1. You're not
Hold up,
doing that.
he cares more about cheating on his girl right now. So one good tackle, I'm in his
You
head.
talking about
I'm
the
in his
off the
head.
field
One good
stuff.
tackle, one good tackle, I'm in his head. No, but
You're talking about football, but I got an idea for you, Simply. When I was 27, I had a dream. It never worked out for me. 27, by the way, is that what you are?
I
Did
am.
you say 27?
27.
Well, you're old. Yeah, you're older than Messidor. Anyway, learn how to throw a knuckleball, and you can make it, bro. There's still hope. That's your last hope to be a professional
R.A.
athlete.
Dickey.
Yes. You don't have to throw 90 miles an hour. You don't have that capability. Let's face it. Like none of us do.
Or hey, golf is always there. Golf is
Okay.
on the table.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Golf's on the table.
Nah, man.
Pickleball's
Bowling.
like-
Pickleball is there.
Think about bowling.
Bowling is there. I thought about that
Bowling.
too.
Who-
I'm just
who do
thinking
you
like
think you are?
mainstream type sports. Who do you think you are? I am.
I am.
There's a great Born to Bowl documentary on HBO right now.
Oh,
shit.
snap.
And they follow these professional bowlers. It is a wild scene. Them going around the country, middle of America, just driving around, living out of a hotel room, paying their way, just praying to make $100,000 at one of the big things. You know, like it's wild. I mean, so many of those bowlers they break even, or if they're lucky. You know, it's crazy. They got sponsors out the wazoo on their shirts. You know,
Yeah.
it's wild. It's really something.
Someone
Life
tells
of a
me
bowler.
Alec would be good at cornhole. You know what I mean? That's
Oh, I'm a
Cornhole.
beast at cornhole.
You know, every once in a
Awesome.
while, I'm good at cornhole. It's true, but sometimes I'm also an anchor to my team. You know, and I just I sink the whole ship.
How about Rochambeau? Rock, scissors, paper. Rock, paper, scissors. What's the right way to say that? Rock, paper,
Oh my
scissors.
God.
Rock, paper, scissors. RPS.
Why isn't it rock? Why isn't it rock, scissors, papers like downhill? You know what I mean? I never thought about that. Well, I guess it's
don't know.
reverse. I guess it's reverse. They all beat each other.
No, I'm a
Right.
beast at rock, paper, scissors too. It's all about reverse
right.
psychology in that game.
Yep.
I'm really good at rock, paper, scissors. I'm really good at cornhole. I'm really good at beer pong. You know,
Really?
all the yeah, I'm really good. Monster. All the sports that don't mean anything. Like, yeah,
Right.
I'm a beast for sure.
Welcome to my life. Like I'm good at the draft.
So I'm
Like,
good at beer
he's-
pong
he's
apparently.
absolutely
you know?
zero. He's absolutely zero, bro.
Malachi Lawrence to the Cowboys. That's something.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
they-
Hey, he deserves it, man. He deserves it. What a physical freak. Let's bring up some Malachi Lawrence here just to let you know what the Cowboys got. Like this guy could be a Michael Parsons replacement, or he can be a situational player. It's all what you think about him. Simply, I'm assuming you made highlights of Malachi Lawrence, but like the physical
I did.
tools are crazy. He's a little bit older. The best tester I saw, great 40 time, all that. Active with his hands. He's got a pass rush. His lateral movement's good. He can slide into gaps real quick. But the production didn't match, bro. Like he plays at UCF and he only had 12 sacks and only 43 tackles, which is the most shocking part. 43 tackles over 2 years. So Malachi Lawrence, high upside. Everything looks great, but why the hell isn't he finishing? And that's what the Cowboys just got with their pick.
Yeah. Real quick, boys. I'll be right back.
It's okay.
Sorry.
So-
Man. I
So
want to
little. Go
can I
ahead.
make, can I make fun of a team again? The Jets. They go ahead and they get Sadiq after spending the 42nd overall pick last year on Mason Taylor, an overdraft, might I add, in my opinion. I just I can't get over it. I mean, yeah, having 2 tight ends in today's NFL is not bad. So like it could work out still, but it's just a little funny in my opinion. That's all.
Who did the Browns get with their first pick? They got Spencer Fano.
Yeah,
So the Browns should be looking for a weapon here. The Browns should be looking for a wide
Boston,
receiver.
Cooper.
You got Denzel Boston or Omar Cooper. Maybe they sneak it and go with Casey Concepcion, who you see there in the 38 slot. Concepcion just had a knee scope in March, so maybe he slowed, with that cleanup procedure that he had. He's also a drop machine. I want to say he's had 7 drops in each of the last 2 years. Like if you see a picture of Casey Concepcion about to catch the ball, his hands would be out of frame. The ball would be right here, and his hands would be out of frame. He is a chronic clapper of the football. That combined with the knee scope is why I personally had him down at 38. I just don't have a tolerance for smaller receivers with drops. That said, he's probably one of the best separators in this class, and it wouldn't surprise me if Cleveland went and got him. But yeah, Boston, Cooper, Concepcion, those are the obvious choice at receivers. And we also got free Wi-Fi in here, Simply. This may be for you, bud. What you got?
It's fine. He says 30th in passing yards allowed, 20th in total sacks. Sounds like a team that needed an edge rusher. Okay pick. We're not losing games because of the O-line. That's more of a Zach Orr stat than anything, I want to say. Jesse Minter did a lot more with a lot less. Jesse Minter took a guy who we basically said, you're no need for us anymore, and turned him into a $100 million edge rusher. I have all the faith in Minter to get this team correct. With defense correct, it is. We were losing games because of the O-line. Our quarterback was getting banged up because of the O-line. Guys like Bateman couldn't produce because of the O-line. One-time guys, he cannot run his full route. Lamar's already on his second, third running. I have to disagree with this. I think that it was a slam dunk pick for Vega Ioane. Ioane.
Get the
Give me time. Ioane.
And like I said, now that I keep saying this, he's going to correct you. Correct me.
Ioane.
Conference, yeah. I mean, I think we lost games for a lot of reasons. But to your point about Jesse Minter, let's bring this up because I think it's just very crucial, and I had it ready. Alec Polianis, how are your eyes, and can you go over this for us, buddy?
Year before Jesse Minter became Charter DC, 30th in PYPG. Pass yards per game. 24th in points allowed, 23.4. 27 in yards per play, 5.5. Worst season of Derwin James's career. Sounds subjective, but I'll go with it. In the second year with Minter, 5th in PYPG, 3rd points allowed, 7th yards per play, back-to-back All-Pros for James. Very cool.
The immediate turnaround, bro. Immediate turnaround. And
Also,
it's not like go ahead.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's not. It's a little crazy to think how bad the defense was, given how good it looked on paper, right? Oh, there it is, Concepcion.
Concepcion goes okay.
You called it, Jason. You're a ball knower. I don't want to get off this point right away, but I did have another question for you, Jason. Looking at your board, a lot of tackles going off. Miller, Akenchador, or whatever. I don't know how you say it. I'll find out soon enough. But Lumo remains. Lomu. What do you think about that? Why do you think he's going to go soon?
Yeah, he'll go. I think that Johanicher, Blake Miller, you're just looking at better physical skills. Lomu is not as it's same kind, like he was the left tackle and Fano was the right tackle, but the Lomu is longer, more built for it. But it's the same type of player, little light in the pants, little stand in the pants. So not for everybody. Whereas Blake Miller and Johanicher are these really stout projects. But Lomu played left tackle, and he's going to get drafted very soon, which is why that over-under on offensive lineman was at 7.5. Because you were always going to have, Ioane and 6 linemen, which is 7. And I think Lomo is going to go. I think the thing about taking him out of the green, but Lomu right now is sitting at 20th on my overall board. But yeah, this stats right here simply like the Chargers didn't add any like big names. You know what I mean? It's not like they went out and traded for Sauce Gardner and signed, they were working with Benjamin St. Juste. They were working with Cam Hart. They were working with Tarheeb Steele. They were working with Dante Jackson. Last year, Tony Jefferson had 4 interceptions for him. They weren't like spending big. The ghost of Khalil Mack was there. They got 7.5 sacks from Odafe Oweh, plus more in the postseason. But the Minter difference from being 30th in pass yards, 27th in yards per play, and then this man shows up. They didn't spend any money, and they go from 27th in yards per play to 7th in yards per play. They go from 24th in points allowed to 3rd in points allowed. That's the Jesse Minter difference. And that's why I say, look, you spend on offense, you invest heavily on offense. And if he can do this kind of magic with Tarheeb Steele, Dante Jackson, Steelers cast off, Carolina Panthers cast off, if he can do that kind of work with Odafe Oweh as his main rusher with Tuli Tuilopu, then just invest in the offense, get yourself some athletes on defense in the mid rounds, and let's go. LFG.
Jason, you're killing me. Talking about my boy Tarheeb still like that. Maryland boy. Watch him. Oh,
5th round pick, right? 5th round pick.
5th round. You're killing me. Now, St. Juste, I can get by that because I remember he was getting cooked with Washington in 23. And then somehow has this career revival, under Minter. And like you said, like a bunch of cast-offs. And he was making it work. And you think about it, he kind of had the full Greg Roman experience in a playoff game. Offense wasn't giving him anything, but his defense kept them in the game, gave him a chance to win it. And unfortunately, obviously didn't win it, but the defense gave him every chance to win that game, I believe. And we know how G-Row offenses are in the playoffs. And I'm not going to talk too much about that. We're going to leave that as a whole different point. But yeah, I'm so excited to see him. And just hearing him talk when I was at the uniform unveiling last week, like I was pumped. I was fired up. I genuinely got goosebumps hearing Jesse Minter talk because he's ready. And he kind of made it a point, like it's all 4 quarters. He kind of actually addressed the whole blowing leads thing, which I was really happy about as well. Like he knows kind of what this I guess identity has been in the Ravens team. That's been our identity the past couple of years, the choking in the 4th quarters.
Probably something they talked about him with in the interviews. Like I love his awareness of that and not backing away from it. And I also love the fact that Minter is not trying to be the old Ravens. He admits he loves the Ravens. He reveres the Ravens, but he wants this to be the new version of the Ravens, his version of the Ravens. But like Sut, we got a technician on defense on this Mike Macdonald trajectory. And like, you can't even bring up Mike Macdonald anymore because he's won a Super Bowl. And now he's like the Randy Moss of like defensive coordinators. Like, don't compare him to him. You know what I mean? But this is the type of like defensive mind. It's the same type of scheme, Sut. It's just super organized. They're not doing anything fancy. They're just sitting back in zone defense. And they got backup plans for your backup plans to get backup plans and the in-game adjustments and all the stuff we got used to in Mike Mack to like get better as the game goes along. That's the kind of dude we hired as head coach.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at these numbers that you put up here. How it's literally a night and day difference from the Chargers before he became the DC to the Chargers after he became the DC. And I'm looking at this and you know what I'm thinking to myself? I'm thinking like, hey, look, man, we got Vega Ioane, which is it's funny that I'm like so struggling with like the pronunciation of his name. And Jason's like, oh yeah, since I'm like going so hard for the pronunciation, he's probably gonna come out in an interview and be like, what? Why are you guys calling me Ioane? Like, well, where did you guys get Ioane?
It's Ione. It's Ione.
Right? It's Ione. No, it's actually ayahuasca. You know
right.
I mean? Like, it'll be some crazy
Just
shit.
call me Jim. You know like
right.
Jakrowski, Corey Merritt, Bill.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Just call me Bill.
But no, man, I just think that, with Jesse Minter, like you mentioned, the defense feels like it's taken care of. It's taken care of, right? So what I was going to say is that like these next 2 picks, I would not be mad if both of pick number 45 and pick number 80 were both offensive players. Like, go out, get yourself a skill player. I mean, I'm looking at a wide receiver. At this point, 45, get a weapon for Lamar Jackson. You got him protection? Okay, now go get him a weapon. Then we can start maybe worrying about maybe best player available at defense. If there's a center there, whether it's a Slaughter or a Lou or a Logan Jones, whoever, I see you take him in maybe third, maybe fourth round, depending on who's available and who they like on their board.
Right.
But I'll toss this back to you, Jason. I mean, like with the centers, because I think that at this point, you got Vega at 45. I'm not 45. You got Vega at 14. I don't think that they're going to go interior O-line double up at 45 with a center, which means that more than likely pick number 80 or what is it, 110 or 115 that we have, something like that. That's where you're going to probably see your center. Around those times, who do you think is more than likely to still be there? I know you do a lot of work on this stuff. I mean, like what
Yeah.
center do you think is still likely to be there? Because I like Logan Jones. And I think he could probably
Yes.
be a fourth, right? What do you think? What do you think there?
That's a big question. I think that there are people that are split on this. I've heard people say that the run is going to go late round 2 into round 3, and they're like, okay, so Sut, you're the GM, and really the one you want's Logan Jones. Well, he might not be there at 80, but you could have your second or third guy, Sut. Are you happy with that? You could have your fourth center. So that's the kind of situation that you're looking at in round 3. Just to take a look at these offensive linemen, and I'll go to the thing cursor. Basantes, Pregnon, Kalen Rutledge, they're all guards. Now, Rutledge supposedly has been working out with offensive line guru Duke Manyweather on his center work. So not just taking snaps at the combine, but Kalen Rutledge has been actually working on it actively. Excellent prospect. Sam Heck, to me, is center number 1. Dunker's a guard. Then your guy, Logan Jones. Logan Jones is an excellent option. You got Trey Zune out of Texas A&M. He was so good, dude. He is their left tackle. He's got play strength and an anchor, and he's going to have to move inside because of arm length. So again, there's your maybe fourth center. Then Jake Slaughter, fan favorite. Jake Slaughter does everything well, nothing elite, but he's got an anchor that like Logan Jones doesn't have and Sam Heck doesn't have. But he doesn't blow people off the ball. You can't mobilize him as a run blocking weapon. Jake Slaughter is just a veteran center who's okay at everything. You can't really bull rush him. He's quick, but not real quick. He's strong, but not real strong, not strong enough to blow people off the ball. So that's Jake Slaughter's superpower, is that, Jack, he can kind of hold his own. Connor Lew would have been the first or second center taken, but he's recovering from an ACL injury. So he may be like mid-season. Hey, do you want to start Danny Pinter or Corey Bullock for a mid-season? To me, it seems like a tough ask to ask Connor Lew to come in and lead your offensive line as a rookie coming off of an ACL injury. So you have guys like Brian Parker Brailsford, my positional favorite. Those guys are also center. So let's count them up. We'll count Rutledge as a guard, but he's been working out at center. 1, 2, 3, 4, the injured guy. 5, 6, 7 centers in this draft. They're not all going to be gone by pick 80. So again, that comes back to the original point, Sut, that you can get a center at pick 80 for sure. But is it your guy? Where do you have them? Their boards are going to be different than mine. Who do you got in the purple? Do you think one stands out? Or is it like, as long as we get one of these 3, we got ourselves a good starter? That's a good pick at 80. So that's the rant on the centers there and the evaluation.
Yeah. I mean, what I will tell you, Jason, is that I know for sure I don't want a guy who's going to have to flip-flop positions. I don't care if he's, he played this in college for a little bit for a stint, and so he could come in the league and possibly go. No, I mean, I look at me personally. I've never played these positions. I've never played guard. I've never played tackle either, or center for that matter. But I think that I look at it like this. Like, your tackles are like chess players. Your guards and your centers are like checkers players, right? I don't want my chess experts playing checkers, and I don't want my checkers experts playing chess, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want anybody sliding in and playing out of position, or sliding out and playing out of position. So with that being said, I mean, because you said with Trey Zune, like, he's so talented, he can move inside, he could, because of his short arm length.
And he has played a little center, but like, he's their best lineman, so they put him at left tackle. So
Got it. Got it. But in terms of like a guy who is, because again, I don't think that they go interior O line with the second round pick. With the third round pick, though, I do see an opportunity depending on who's there. It was my understanding, let me know if I'm wrong. It was my understanding that Logan Jones, who again is my guy, Iowa guy, I was thinking he was going to fall to around the fourth round, but you're saying that he could
Wow.
probably go third. He'll probably go third, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, Logan Jones is the thing that makes it unpredictable is that Logan Jones is a pure outside zone threat.
Okay.
So you don't necessarily want him in a power scheme. I mean, he can do it, but you'd be wasting his talent. Like a zone team like us would be like, yeah, Logan Jones, awesome player. As Keelan Rutledge, we just talked about, he went to 26 overall. So just a really talented player, awesome run blocker. Pass pro will be his question. But yeah, to get back to it, like Logan Jones is a fit for certain teams and not for others. So you got that factor going on too with these centers. Like Trey Zune and Jake Slaughter got the anchor to not get walked back by these big guys. If you draft Logan Jones, he's going to get walked back by the Travis Jones, just like Linderbaum did. So you got that kind of skill set stuff going on too. So like, do you want the fast mobile guy who gets walked back? Or do you want the like Jake Slaughter? He's not going to move anybody out the way, but he gets in the way.
But he's not going to get moved. I got you. Yeah.
Right. Like,
I think I would rather have the guy who's not going to get moved. You know what I mean? Well, but then it's interesting because like we know Dwayne Ledford, he's going to be running a lot of this outside zone stuff. You're going to have to shuffle your feet. You're going to have to be able to move as an interior O lineman.
right.
So, man, I'm kind of at a
And
crossroads.
that's where
with
Logan Jones and Sam Heck are really good. Logan Jones, Sam Heck, like slam dunk fits. Zune is interesting because he has played center. He's the left tackle. He's just damn good. He's got a good anchor. Slaughter's got a good anchor. So it's pick your poison there, bro. Like, and then one of these guys is going to slip to 120. Let's face it, bro. Like everybody don't need a center. Somebody's going to look at these guys and be like, nah, that's not our starter. We're rolling with who we got. So you could wait to then too. But to me, like pick 80 seems like it. Unless they're really picky and they're like my top guy, Sam Heck. I freaking love Sam Heck, the Ravens say. Let's trade up from 80 and make sure we get him or something like that. Or we'll trade back from 45, get 2 picks in that area, trade Sam Heck, and get a wide receiver there.
Man, Emory Jones, forgot man already. I feel like we're waiting until day 3 at this point for our center. That's
really,
I do. Because I mean, it's only 2 picks, man. It's only 2 picks. Like, we're talking about wide receivers. We're talking about
a lot of edge rushers on that board, bro.
Edge. We're talking about, I mean, that's more primo, right? Of course. Like those guys, those classic primo positions. Also, like the Ravens could do a wild card and go ahead and draft inside linebacker they covet. We've seen that before in the 3rd round. I hope they don't, but they could. Tight end could be the pick at 80. I think that's really easy as well. So I don't see it. I think now the Ledford conversation comes into play with don't feel like you need to reach for your center with like 4 out of the 5 positions solved, maybe even 5 out of the 5 if Emory is able to move in. And I wouldn't reach for it personally. That's my 2 cents.
So
I think
no round 2 for you or no trade up for 1. Just wait there and
I don't
3.
I don't think we need to worry about day 2. I think it's become a day 3 issue. I can't imagine I'm just looking at your big board, buddy, right? I can't imagine at pick 80 the best player available is a center.
Okay.
Like I'd be stunned if looking at your bid board, because who would it be? Like, just looking at it, what number are we talking here?
55? I'll go over to the other
55 for Heck.
I got Heck at 55.
Yeah.
I got Jones at 61. So again, slot real close on that. Simply,
they're close. They're close. I could see him being the top player, but I just feel like he won't be. I just feel like he won't be. I think there'll be another player a little bit higher. But, you know, also, like, for instance, Hurst, my guy, you know, if we get Hurst in the third round, beautiful.
There will be, I mean, to your point, Alec, there will be sexier players available than a center. I mean, there's a ton of wide receivers. Ted Hurst is just one of them. DeJon Stribling, people love. Like, and there's also going to be edge rusher talent. I'm surprised we haven't seen that. Not real surprised. Round 2 is going to be you're going to see these edge rushers start to fly off the map. You'll see some here too, probably. But
I do think also. Sorry to cut you
I was
off.
going to say it's only 6 selections left, and Goodell's up there at pick 27.
I was going to say
You know-
6 selections, 5 guys in your light green, dude. And there's going to be somebody left.
Probably Emmanuel McNeil Warren. The love for him is gone.
Dude,
And we
Chris
got a
Johnson, isn't
corner.
that the guy you betted on going in the first round?
I don't think so, bro.
I forget. There was like a when you got like 5 guys going.
I don't participate in betting anyway. So it's
Okay. I'm sorry. Sorry to.
yeah. Yeah, Chris Johnson all the way down at 45. Speed questions for a corner. Where did he play? Shoot, San Diego State. Yeah, man. It was a small school guy that speed questions. So I was a lower grade. Now he did come into combine and ran faster than expected. He answered those speed questions. I should just bring up his player card. That's what I should do.
One thing I noticed when I was watching
Brugler's,
him, like
corners. Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, you're good. If he was playing like against better quarterbacks, like a lot of the balls were like underthrown, and he was getting beat. It felt like on some of them. I'm not too sure how I feel about him.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I wasn't his biggest fan. Like, I have to be convinced, especially with some of the other corners. Would Miami take him? Well, hey, good luck to you.
So I see what the Seahawks have. What 4 picks this whole draft? Are they going to stay at 32? Or you say they-
This was the pick that Daniel Jeremiah thought that we were going to trade back up. So maybe they look at the board and there's one guy that they love. Maybe they want to trade back up for Zion Young or something, which would just be a crazy. Yeah, Chris Johnson, by the way, ran a 4.4 flat at the combine, and that shot him upwards. I stayed firm on what I saw on film with Chris Johnson, which was an average speed footed corner. Change of directions, okay, like just a second round pick to me.
So we have here
Kind of blows up my board accuracy, though. I kind of hate that.
Patriots.
Dude, McCoy's knee must be shredded into pieces.
Right.
Pour one out if he didn't get picked over. Like, he arguably the best corner. Like, I mean, he arguably is best corner. It's all about the injuries. And yeah, now you got this guy coming off the board. That's not good. That's not
Yeah,
good. Even though he's the
Jahmad
next guy,
McCoy, yeah.
even though he's the next center, but or the next cornerback on Brugler's list, it's still like kind of a pain.
So the Bills traded back twice.
Did they?
Yeah.
Where are the Patriots doing at 28? Okay, that's their natural. No, didn't.
No, they traded up.
Yeah, they traded. Yeah.
They traded up 31, right?
Yep.
They were in the Super Bowl.
Oh, there it is. Ha
Lomu, okay. Left tackle Lomu off the board, and like Sutton loves, he is with his family. So
There you go. That's what it's all about.
that's what it's
Now-
all about.
Do they have to buy a hat for every team? Or does NFL ship it?
They get a box. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You got your like one friend who's a Steelers fan or something. Be like, here you go.
Hey, you just
bro.
get out the
Yeah.
rest of the hats with your friends. Love it.
Sell them on eBay.
So the run on tackles that the experts were predicting did happen. Check it out, fellas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Top 7 tackles off the board.
Crazy.
Ioane off the board. And Keelan Rutledge off the board. So 9 offensive linemen in the first 28 picks. Protecting your quarterback's important. And
Yep.
needless to say, the Ravens got ahead of that run. And quite honestly, guys, he's a guard, but he might be the best player at his position among all the offensive linemen in Vega Ioane. Now, is Maui Noah going to be a better right tackle than Vega is guard? All left to be seen. But like in a draft of offensive linemen for once we were ahead of the curve, and we got maybe the best guy out there.
I do think we didn't really talk about Texans trading up to go get Rutledge was a bit rich, in my opinion. They're notorious to have a small board. It just felt like, they just didn't need to do that in order to get him. Like they could have stacked and picked. So,
Hey, how do you feel about round 2? Jason, I want to ask you, how do you feel about Chris Brazzell the second? Because I've gotten a lot of people like in our chat talking about him, like, hey, maybe we should take him. He's, Tennessee wide receiver. I know that they don't get the best rap, but like tall guy, explosive. Like, what do you think about Chris Brazzell?
Brazzell's getting the bad rep of being a Tennessee receiver, and the late whispers, and I'm just don't shoot the messenger, is that Brazzell's got some issues the coaches don't like. Not well liked at Tennessee, not getting the old, hey, draft our guy treatment, which is always a problem. So he's got two things working against him. One is that Jalen Hyatt being the last example, Deontay Thornton from last year, you see the height, you see the 4.37 speed, but these guys have busted out. And what separates Brazzell from those guys to me is his route running. So he's got a good feel for leveraging the downfield routes, but he also showed diversity in his routes. He was able to chop his feet quickly and come back to the quarterback. So simply, how rare this is. Usually these 6'5" guys that run a 4.37, they can't run routes, man. This guy can chop his feet quickly, turn around, come back to the quarterback, got long arms, and really make plays. So that's why I like Chris Brazzell, I think, more than consensus. And again, I got him all the way up in the 40s. But yeah, he is not a one-trick pony. He will battle the narrative of being a Tennessee wide receiver. He does have a boom or bust profile, but I don't see Jalen Hyatt with him. I see a route runner, somebody that's got excellent body control, can work back to the quarterback, use his long arms, got a good head on his shoulder as far as like football IQ. So for me, Brazzell is a guy that I love. I know our friend Engraven loved him when I was talking to him about him. That's that style of downfield receiver, 6'4", 6'5", with a 4.37. But yeah, he's battling the narratives, fellas. Like, as long as we say you don't scout the helmet, but he's sitting there at 41 on my board, and Brazzell could easily go in the 70s, 80s,
So Ian Rappaport just put this out. Mekhi Lemon was on the phone with the Steelers before the Eagles traded up to get him.
Okay, Eagles. I like that. A little sabotage. I like
Birds
that.
of a feather flock together.
Birds of a feather. That's what I'm talking about.
that's very interesting.
So what does that mean? Like the Steelers were going to take him?
Yeah.
I think Aaron Rodgers is probably not coming back there if you're drafting a receiver.
Dude, can we talk about this? Like how unserious it must be to be like hoping or even like building a team around the hopes of a 42 going on 43-year-old over the hill, smelling salt, loving darkness room aficionado quarterback. Like, are we serious? Are you really doing this? Like,
Yeah.
like take one on the chin, have a losing season, get a quarterback next year. Like, do the thing, take your medicine. What are you doing? Like, don't be proud you made the playoffs. You didn't get Vega. Okay. You had to go and get this guy who's played 2.5 years of football. Are you kidding me? Pathetic.
Yeah.
Pathetic. That is
Yeah.
like unbelievable
I love
loser mentality.
I would love to sit there and back you up, but unfortunately, you're talking about the AFC North champions right there. But we don't have no room to
Fraudulent
talk.
AFC North champions.
We don't have no room.
Fraudulent.
They had
They-
double
others
agent
can-
carbs.
others
double
can
agent
say that.
carbs.
Championship.
Others can say that, but us in the purple and black better shut our damn mouths after what we did. Like he beat us twice, bro.
Listen, man. Aaron Rodgers, apparently, they don't even know of his whereabouts right now. It's like
So
my fault,
embarrassing.
Batman. You know what I'm saying? Like this dude is just like off doing whatever the hell he wants to do. I can only imagine being a Steelers fan right now. It's like, okay, I don't know who our starting quarterback is going to be. Maybe it's the ghost of Aaron Rodgers. We got a head coach in Mike McCarthy who the entire league has figured out. There's literally no mystique to him at all. You know, like I would just hate to be a Steelers fan right now. What do you do? Like, what is there? What are you looking forward to?
Dude,
You know
look
what
at
I'm
this
saying?
draft party. I want to be at this draft party. Everyone's wearing white except for Woods. That's sick.
Nice, bro.
It's picturesque, man. That's dope. Good for him.
Yeah, man. I got some questions about that. That is pretty cool. So, hey, like a team that needs a 3-tech, they got Chris Jones. They get Peter Woods. Again, like his story is
It's
really,
tough.
really interesting. Yeah. So he was a projected top 10 pick before the season. And he just kind of crapped the bed. And, the traits have not equal production, most like Malachi Lawrence. 5 sacks in 3 years. He only had 2 last year. But 6'2", 298. So he's that size and body type. Arms are short. But the upside to become a rare defensive tackle who can get to the quarterback and stop the run. Peter Woods is flashes, and they're showing his stuff on the screen right now. He's got the body control where he was scoring touchdowns for him out of the backfield. He's explosive shooting gaps, outstanding lateral quickness, easy movers, rangy tackler, excellent on stunts. So he's a defensive lineman who's got like some natural big guy in him, natural like husky kid, but like the athletic husky kid. That would be Peter Woods, 6'2", 298. But again, how you go into the year as a top 10 pick, he played on that bad Clemson team, and he only ended up with 2 sacks. So down year for a lot of Clemson Tigers, and Peter Woods didn't suffer too much, man. Went from top 10 to the pick 29 to the Chiefs. So that's not too bad.
Going to a winner. He was number 29 on your big board, so not too bad. You don't include quarterbacks, so
Mhm.
but that's pretty darn good. Nice work, Jason.
Yeah.
Well, we
Hey,
got
man, I had to stand strong with the guys I don't like, and the guys that were injured, like Banks, Concepcion. Like, I didn't want another injured Raven with the first round pick. And, a corner out of San Diego State who's got some questions about his game. I'm not just going to rate him where some of the experts, like, I got to have integrity to my thing, to my board. So I enjoy being, the most accurate or whatever, but at the end of the day, this is a Ravens board and this is for us. And we're not spending a first round pick on a small school corner. Hence the reason Chris Johnson was dropped. And I couldn't see us getting another small receiver who just had a knee scope, hence the Casey Concepcion. So
3 firsts for the Jets. What are they about to do?
what happened? They trade back in?
They did.
What the?
They're getting crazy,
Peter
bro.
Woods is a big boy. Shit.
Naturally, but he's only 298. So it's not like he's not 340 like Travis Jones.
You look
He's just
closer to 398 than 298.
298. So hey, you hear what I'm saying, bro? Naturally husky. Like he's just that big athletic
wide.
kid, man. Right.
Built like a
wide.
fridge.
And moves great, dude. Yeah. So that's what you want at that 3-tech slot. They're hard to find, but 2 sacks last year.
Omar Cooper sniped in front of the Bills by their divisional rival Jets.
Good.
Love it.
Is that so?
Love it.
Well, it's I would think that the Bills are going for Denzel Boston right here.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is exactly what they wanted Keon Coleman to be, right?
Yes.
Oh, I love cookies.
Who's
How to get that out? How to get that out?
Does Keon
who's
Coleman like
the,
cookies?
Oh,
Who's the
JC.
the Bills receiver that they got this offseason? DJ Moore, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, DJ Moore.
So Boston, the opposite, bro. Big, tall, young.
Gotcha.
So 3 firsts for the Jets. Interesting.
But they did not draft Ty Simpson. So they're just stacking up on talent and see you next year, Dante Moore or Arch Manning or whoever else.
So the Bills traded back 3 spots for 125 with the Patriots to potentially lose their guy. I mean, I'm just, we're projecting. We have no idea what they thought, but
They traded
very
again.
interesting.
Okay, so Tennessee, Seattle, and that's it?
Well, wait, Tennessee now? It's Buffalo.
Yeah, the Bills have traded 4 times in the first round.
Maybe
Wow.
Tennessee wants it. Like Tennessee is an offense. They need offense. We were talking earlier. They spent all this money on defense. So this seems like a Denzel Boston hanging out there almost by himself on the board with the unfortunate news of Jamad McCoy. The injury concerns must be real. That sucks for him.
Wait a minute.
I don't see this Tennessee trade that you're talking about.
So
It's on my screen.
Show me
They're
on
picking now.
NFL. Yeah, I'm
the
on website.
Jets selected David Bailey, Kenyon Sadiq, and Omar Cooper Jr. And they have 3 first-round picks again in 2027.
And they didn't eat no vegetables though, bro.
I'm about to say, and you're telling me they're still gonna be ass? This is crazy. This is wild. Bro.
Geno Smith.
The crazy part to
Wow.
me is they're not building their offensive line. Like, wouldn't you think if you're going to bring in all right, we're going to suck this year, but we're going to get a rookie quarterback next year? Wouldn't you think you'd start building the offensive line and not getting all these toys for nobody to throw to this year? Like,
Got to build from the inside out, man.
Wow. Oh, okay. Now I see. It's a more intricate trade. So the Bills gave up 31, 69, nice, and 165. The Titans get 35, 66, and 101.
weird.
Or the Titans trade that. That's kind of nice. But man, I feel like the Bills might have just played themselves a little bit. We'll see. Curious who they get in the second round. They've done this again. Yeah, like you said, trading out the first round. Also, like the Seahawks have apparently claimed that they don't want the 32nd pick. So literally the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 picks have been traded, and there might be a 7th in a row. That'd be kind of wild.
Wow.
And if that happens, technically then the 8th pick in a row, because 33 was also traded in one of those trades. That'd be kind of nuts.
That's insane.
This league, man.
I mean, it's weird because in a draft where I thought it was super duper flat, after 15 or so, everybody's just like, but we got to get our special version of the flat
Right.
Maybe a lot of teams are picking for need right now and not just value. I don't know.
Titans have got to go offense. Maybe they go Eli Stowers, but I'm thinking it's Denzel Boston.
2 tight ends or 2 wide receivers for the Titans. That'd be nice.
Oh, Ridley.
Roger Goodell looking devilishly handsome. Emphasize on the devilish. Remember that one draft? I was like, hurry up, man. What are you doing up there? It was a special needs kid.
Remember that?
Remember that?
Bro.
Yeah.
Tough
Oh
look.
my!
Yeah, it was a tough look for yours, truly. Like, look at this idiot up there. Whatever I said. This
Come
freak.
on.
And it came up like
that's
across
right.
the bottom. It was like Alec remembers. That was a rough look for your boy. Oh, sorry about that. I don't know how long I had that up over you saw it. I'm sorry, I was on the other page.
Sorry, I just did. But yeah, John, Seahawks need picks. I think it's true. They only have 4 picks. I
Yeah.
can see them pretty desperate to trade this pick, but 2 to tango. Who's going to be?
So Titans go defense again. One of my least favorite players in this draft, and some people loved Keldrick Falk. If you like big, slow, and smooth off your edge, that's him.
Big, slow, and smooth.
That's him, dude. That is him. No production. No production.
Call
but
this
that's
man
him.
a Cadillac.
There you go.
34 on your board, though. Why is that? Why 34 if you don't like him so much?
If you like big, slow, and smooth, I just, it's him. Look at his measurements. He's only 21, so maybe you can get faster.
Nice.
But yeah, man, old school defensive end, Keldrick Falk, 276. Some people loved him. You've seen him mocked in like the top 15. Not the biggest fan, man. Because to me, if you have 0 burst, then like that last line says, tackles will just be able to sit there and sit on your power moves. And he couldn't get home in the SEC. Very little production. So he's more of that like run stuffing, solid player, slide inside on third downs. high character guy is what you hear from him about him. So there you go.
So like basically you're saying like if he was like a hitter in baseball, like he hits a lot of pop flies, right? Like hits the ball way high, and then like the guys in the outfield is just an easy catch, right? Those tackles on the outside. It's like, oh yeah, like I'm just gonna do whatever moves you got. You have no burst. I'm not like taken off guard by whatever you're doing. I'm just waiting for whatever your
Just
move
sitting
is.
right there.
Yeah, I'm sitting right there.
Basically, if I was doing describe it, I would say he doesn't have anything other than a fastball, even though fastball isn't the right term because we're talking about he's not fast enough. But like if a pitcher can't throw a curveball, a slider, you can't locate anything else. You just sit on the fastball because you know that's what's coming.
Mhm.
So you'll see some highlights of him here.
Yeah.
And maybe they'll get one of his 2 sacks on the highlight reel. I would hope they would.
Hey, what?
One of
Oh,
his
you
two
almost got one
sacks.
there. You almost got one there.
Oh wait, 2021. Come on now.
Like, yeah, look at me. I did it. I got one, got a sack.
So we're
Okay.
11 o'clock. We're almost through.
We're coming
yes.
up on
Almost
the
there.
last
Almost there.
Pick is in. What are we doing tomorrow? Tell the people what the plan is for tomorrow. When are we going live? Who's going to be on?
Tomorrow, will not have the Purple Rain Gang with me, which makes me very sad. Makes me very sad. What makes me very happy is Debonair Def will be here. So we got him. That's great. We also have Ryan from the Flock Rundown. A lot of you guys
Shout out to
love
Ryan. Yeah.
Shout out to Ryan, bro. Shout out to Ryan. Shout out to Dev. And then also, anybody heard of a man named Yuri?
Shout out to Yuri.
He knows his draft picks, so he's going to be able to speak on it as we get deeper in the draft. So Ryan, Dev, smart, great perspective, masters of the Ravens. Then you have me and Yuri to kind of give our opinions on the draft. So we're going to be in good shape tomorrow. And then day 2, Huddled Up Films. I don't know if you remember, we have like some kind of special guest kick in. I'm not going to put pressure on said guests. But a couple other people have been invited to pop in. So that's what we have tomorrow. Thanks for asking, Alex. Thanks for teeing that up, brother.
Yeah, no problem. Maybe I'll even show up if you'll have me. It sounds like,
I don't know. You've been awful goofy tonight, bro. Yeah. Trades and talking about. Surprised you didn't talk about the jerseys for 30 minutes there. But
We can do that.
There's nothing to
I'll
talk
talk about jerseys. I love
Jerseys.
Let's do it.
I'm not going if you want me around, Jason.
Hey, the Steel L. We
Look
got
right here.
seven trades in a row. Oh, yeah.
Canceling plans. I'm not seeing my wife.
Yeah.
I'll hang out with
you
you.
know, you want to know where the saltiness comes from.
I know where this
Alec knows that this is a big day for me. Okay, guys. So he, a couple of months ago, was like, I can't be there for the draft because I'm going to see Stavi.
on day 2.
I'm like, are you friggin' serious, bro? Like, you're going to go, he's not even funny. His Baltimore accent is fake. He's averagely talented.
He's Greek, though. Come
He is
on
Greek, so okay.
Who's talking about? Who are you talking about? John
Stavi.
Stavros, right?
No, Stavros, Larikos,
The
whatever.
guy
his
who
first
does
name.
the Ronnie impression for the Ravens.
He does the Joe Flacco, Baltimore. I'd like him for
The bit.
some reason over Lamar.
Oh,
he
yeah, with
plays
the
that, like,
glasses.
Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
bro, this man right here with the Huddle It Up Films sweatshirt on can't come on till the biggest day of my year because he's going to go see this fat slob down in Baltimore. It just drove me nuts. So what happened? Stavi falls down and breaks his arm, and is like, "Oh, I'm too hurt to perform. I broke my arm." So yeah. So now Alec is like, "Hey, I'm available for your biggest day." So what would your attitude be? Simply as that. After you already broke your back to replace him, and he ditched you for some overrated.
It's like, I guess
comment.
you can come on crawling back to my stream.
You got to get him one. Got to get him one.
I mean, I think I got enough shit right now that I've paid my dues. I'll see you tomorrow if you'll have me. Actually, what's funny, Jason, this whole time I'm still logged in as you. That's why I've been able to.
Oh, that's why you were doing that. You did put that thing over.
I told you. That's why
Christ, I've been hacked, bro. I've been hacked.
Yeah, because I didn't realize it. I actually been wanting to log out and log back in because I feel a little weird about it, but I kind of liked it. I liked having the power.
Go look at your TV. They might have a special needs kid presenting at this point again.
It's Make-A-Wish.
Oh, come on, Jason. I'm looking at this in
Are you
real time
serious?
right now. Come on, bro.
Are you serious?
Give this kid a
Oh my
break,
God.
bro.
Jadarian Price, the running back, he did go.
Wow. That's
Give him a
crazy.
break. I'm
Come
not even
on.
talking about the pick. Look at the kid, man.
He had
Jason.
eyeliner on, from what I saw.
Give him a break, man. He's waving on the crowd. He's
I
got
can't-
no tie
dude.
on.
You win
Hey,
the
man.
Super Bowl and then you go draft a running back at 32.
Shout out to my sister-in-law who has cerebral palsy. Very special people. It takes very strong families to deal with special needs people. So yeah, soft spot in my heart. Soft spot in my heart. Got a little carried away. But yeah,
Definitely.
two-time.
Shout out
Look,
to her.
look. Here we go.
I blame
Here we go. I had to double it up. 2 times cancer survivor. So like once again, I'm the idiot here. So yeah.
Bro.
blame
Look, now
Falcons.
Simply's like Sutton's like, I'm never coming on with this guy again.
No. I mean, is it great for our Purple Rain PR? Maybe not.
Sorry, that was all me.
PR.
The PR. I'm just kidding. But no, man, this dude is definitely I
Nah,
could
prayers
definitely
up,
still
bro.
make a
Prayers
wish,
up to
for
him,
sure.
man.
For sure.
Yeah.
Prayers up. This is a big day. Big day.
Can you
I
imagine?
would love to be in this position. I'm sure he's very happy.
Yeah, I mean, and our guy, friend of the show, James Ogden, announced the Teddy Buchanan pick last year. And can you imagine like going on your show and trying to evaluate Teddy Buchanan? If you announced the pick and you got the card in your head, like he's got the card, like Teddy could miss like 8 to 10 tackles in one game, and you'd be like, you know what, Teddy played it all right. He played okay.
Something about that guy I like.
Something
Yeah.
about that guy, yeah. Yeah.
That's me with Patrick Queen. Sorry, I can't say a bad word about him.
Right.
Facts. I
You
can't.
can't say a bad word.
He's a
about
friend
him.
of our show. We can't say a bad
Got his
thing about
jersey right over
Patrick Queen.
here. Can't say a bad word about him.
Yeah, this
Uh,
is it. Black Daniel's coming up with it. Yeah, Stavvy does the. There's something about Joe Flacco that I trust. Can't put my finger on it. Can't put my finger on it. Wow, I don't trust that Lamar. Something.
Right.
Yeah. That's the.
Jason, I have a
Stavvy.
question. Speaking of that, do you have purple camo pants?
Do not. No.
I want them so bad.
Yeah, I need a pair.
Yeah.
My dad had some, and I feel like they exist. Like they're still in the world. I just need to go procure them.
Amazon.
No, I mean like the ones he had
Oh,
from
those
back in the
those-
day.
Oh, shoot.
Like
Okay.
I need to go procure them because I
They're
feel
probably
like
in like a crawl space somewhere or something, an attic,
Yeah.
my mom has given me
find
so
it.
many random pieces of clothes from the house, and that's the one that I need.
The purple camo.
The purple camo pants.
I'll tell
She
you what,
probably thinks you would never like that. That's why she never like presented it.
That's
She probably
insane.
knows exactly where they are.
You should know her son better. That's exactly
come
what I want
look,
every
Alec.
night.
Come spend the night at the house down here in Dundalk. We'll go to the flea market. We'll go to the thrift stores. You will have so many purple camo pants, you won't know what to do with them. You'll be selling them on eBay, like or something. Do they
I
still
could
have
start
eBay?
I could start
Yeah.
a storefront on Etsy. get your used purple camo pants here.
Get a Depop store.
Incredible.
So hey, I guess we should wrap it up. Venga Ioane for the Baltimore Ravens. Can't believe it. Just a mega protection. We ate our vegetables. We have plenty of ammo left in this draft. 10 picks left
Yeah.
to address whatever we want to address. Could we get aggressive and trade up and procure something that we really covet? There are some interesting guys out there on the big board. Most notably, Denzel Boston did not get drafted in the first round, an X receiver. Zion Young, TJ Parker on the edge. There are some really good players that if the Ravens wanted, they could trade up for. The running back, number 51 overall on my board. Of course, the Ravens are not prioritizing running backs in the first round. So I had Jadarian Price, who I think is a good player, all the way at 51. Things have broken really nice for the Ravens so far.
Big time.
Good night, Sammy. Love you, buddy.
Good night, Sam. Thank you for coming through, rocking out with us.
Oh,
Crazy.
love it. So why don't simply Sutton? You want to give your final thoughts and take us out of here because I'm gonna miss you guys tomorrow, man. I'm gonna miss you guys.
I don't miss us too much.
Yeah. I mean, listen, you know that us over at PRP, we're not the biggest draft experts, right? So really, we appreciate all the work that you have put in, Jason. Alec, you seem like you know your stuff about this draft as well. I've been listening to you a lot tonight and taking your advice and things like that. But listen, I appreciate you guys. I'm sure on behalf of the entire Purple Rain podcast, we appreciate, y'all having us on. And it's been great. I mean, I love the pick that we made, Vega. We did the right thing. No shock value to the pick today. We ate our fruits and veggies, which is exactly what I wanted the Ravens to do. Now, going forward, I will say it's time to address skill position next and then center. Skill position next and then center. And by skill position, I mean get me a weapon for Lamar Jackson, right? I'm good on a DB until rounds 4 or later. But again, to wrap it up, appreciate you again, Jason, man. It's all love always, man. Appreciate your big board, man. I've been following this for weeks. A lot of people have. I know not everybody might not give you the credit like up front, but I promise you, just like you mentioned, there was like 10 people, 12 people watching live on your big board. They reference this a lot, man. You do a phenomenal job at making sure that we know, the Ravens fan base, like which players are feasible to fall to us and which ones we should get and which ones we should not. So again, appreciate you, man. And I'll toss it to Alex, but yeah, man, all love.
Love you, Sutton.
I always think I'm ready for the draft. I do. And I come on here. I listen to you fellas speak, and it just blows me away every single time. I know how much work I put in months prior making videos, and that's just me putting together just game film. The fact you guys watch the film, analyze each freaking player, it feels like, give a detail, not no Mickey Mouse bullshit, cookie cutter ESPN, like the real deal raw. I don't think you know how much respect I have for you two and admiration because it's fucking insane. Part of my language, but it's just my true emotions. It's insane. And you blow it away every time. So thank you for what you do. I was telling Jason, like literally yesterday, I'm making videos and have you stream up on my PS5, like, just to have it on the background and just hopefully gain knowledge from you. And yeah, you just blow it away, man. Thank you both for having us on. And it's definitely a highlight of the football year for me is coming on doing this because I learned so much.
Yeah.
With that, hey, I just want to say thank you to my football family. Love my football family. Thank you to Alec. I give him a hard time. That's part of our thing, bro. That's part of our thing.
It's all good, man.
Apologies to Stavy. Apologies to Keldrick Falk.
Oh
Apologies to the Seattle fan, 2-time cancer survivor. This is what happens when I get a little goofy and loopy at the end of streams. Just having fun. Respect the troops out there. Respect everybody fighting, cancer. Everybody fighting disabilities. It's all good, bro. I get a little goofy at the end. Respect to Keldrick Falk and Stavy. Hope your arm feels better. But for real, Stavy, next time you got people like Alec, an arena full of people who paid their money to come see you on a Friday night, and you get a little boo-boo on your army arm, go ahead and perform for those people. You're supposed to be Baltimore. Get your fat butt up there and do it, okay? So
His corn is special too, though, I get it. But dude, I'll just say this too real quick. So what is it, 12, 13 picks until 45? If you look at your big board, again, perfectly efficient. Obviously, maybe McCoy's still on the board at that point because of the injuries, but shoot, man, like lots of really good players. Going to be a great, exciting pick. And then we'll keep it going until we get to 80. It's going to be a great time. I argue, and I told this to Jason when this ticket thing happened. I said it sucks because I think day 2 is better than day 1. I behoove you guys to come in day 2, at least 2 picks for our Ravens. At least that's what we suspect. And they're going to get 2 high-quality players, impact players, potentially starters. So, yeah, check it out. We'll be here. Going to be a lot of fun.
Jabari's coming in. I see my guy, Mike86, just all the friendly faces. Thank you, guys. Have a great night. We'll be back on Huddle It Up Films tomorrow. Hope you come back and see us. Good night, guys.
Peace.
Good night.